Hey, that's my theme for the Tom Show. This is the Tom Show. Hello, everyone. We're back with G Money, wife of Gerald. What's up, my man?
What up, Tom? What up? I was gonna say I was just chilling to that song there. That ain't some DCMA. Where did you rip that?
I didn't rip that
It's
off.
like generic, like do do
Hey,
do.
my cousin made that. What are you talking
What?
about?
Nice. That's awesome.
He makes beats for Snoop Dogg.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Shit.
yeah, I just picked him. He didn't give me his good stuff. That's how he eats. He's just like, here's some stuff I played around with and didn't really
That's
want
the
to use.
reject beats. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was gonna say, we're gonna put lyrics to that, and that's gonna end up being like a famous like sitcom. I'm just saying, like Tom Show,
That's right, Tom Show. How
right?
you been, my man? It's good to see you're not in a basement of a Taco Bell. I'm kind of
Right?
disappointed, but
Found myself to Starbucks. At least you can see me this time.
how are you? Everything
Do,
going well for you?
yeah, doing good. Yeah, ready?
Holiday going smooth?
Yeah, I was gonna say heading home tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Where is home, if you don't mind me asking?
Ohio.
Ohio,
Yeah,
OH.
that's where I'm from originally. So yeah,
Cool. What part of Ohio?
Columbus.
Okay.
So it'll be good to head back there. I mean, I'm out in Indiana right now. It's funny in the group chat. So basically, I'm a nomad without being a nomad. Like no one ever knows where I really am. Just on the run. You know how it is. Shit.
I got a lot of friends in Ohio, card buddies,
Nice.
especially Columbus, you know?
Yeah, I've actually out of card people that I've met out there. I've met Scott Minuteman Tickets. I don't know if you know who he is.
Yes, I actually have a Christmas card from him. I haven't opened yet.
Same. Hey, unfortunately, it's not with me right now. I would say let's open Christmas cards.
But yeah, I know him. Gold Line Cards is in
Yeah, I've not
Columbus.
got a chance to meet Goldline yet. I've seen him post a few times. I think I'm following him. I don't know if he's following me, but
But yeah, he's a really good dude. Could you turn your TV down just a little bit more? It's just
yeah.
super loud in my headphones
Oh
there.
shit. Okay. Well, there we go. I'll just have. There you go. It's like down, down.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem.
So last time we spoke was a hell of a good time for me, man. Like, and I know you kept dropping out, which was a total bummer because it kind of, we were getting on a roll and then you just disappear. I'd be like,
It was
oh
short,
man.
too short.
But yeah, you're on your laptop now. You're all powered up, ready to go. So
Ready
let's
to go.
go.
Right,
Talk
right.
to me.
Let's fucking do it. I was gonna say this is the Eve show, I guess.
Yes,
I was
that's
gonna
right.
say last
The
time I
Festivus show.
made the mistake saying probably hetero, so tonight maybe we'll try that again, like probably Christian. But no, so actually it's one thing, when I enjoy talking to you, I did. And I mean we've exchanged numbers, so we're gonna shoot the shit at some point.
Yeah.
I just things have been kind of crazy trying to get through the holidays and shit. And with shit, I did not watch OB Jabroni's one Tuesday. I was planning on watching that earlier today. I
Yeah.
got the one with Shay and Moose. Both of those were good.
Appreciate it, man.
Went through those, but yeah,
Yeah, Obi-Wan Jabroni, Mike, really great guy. Loves wrestling, loves cards, does card art.
yeah, I've seen
It,
his card art. It looks awesome. Like I never really
yeah,
saw his finish him set. That's cool as shit.
and we were talking about he has the like little puzzle backgrounds he made with one was a Macho Man that I bid on and ended up not winning, but he kept the Ric Flair one he made for himself because he's such a huge Ric Flair
Yeah,
fan. So I was just like, but I love his stuff. He's he quit his job. I think he was a mechanic because he used to post like pictures of like pictures of cars and be like, show me what or tell me what's wrong with this picture. And I'd be like, I have no idea, man.
right.
That's
Like
why I would go to you. You're
that's
supposed
your
to tell me
job,
what's
not
wrong.
my job.
If I could do that, I'd be hundreds of dollars richer.
Right? My job's to be cute and adorable. My job's not to fucking
Exactly.
cars.
He he's making wrestling cards, on his website. He's got some cool Mortal Kombat
Yeah, I've seen
wrestling
those.
cards.
Yeah.
Yeah, that they're so cool. And he's like, he quit his job. He's like, I'm going to put time in my shop, and I want to do more wrestling cards, and I want to do more card art. And So yeah, he's someone you want to keep an eye on if you like custom cards,
Oh,
card
for
art,
sure.
wrestling
Yeah.
cards. Such a good guy. It's his birthday today,
Uh,
so happy
I
birthday,
knew that.
Mike.
I was gonna say, me and you, we're planning to sing "Happy Birthday" to him, right?
Yeah, you're gonna jump out of a cake in a bikini, right?
I mean, maybe. I say I don't know about a bikini.
Is the
Maybe
bikini
a
under your
crop
Crips
top.
rule shirt?
Do what?
Is the bikini underneath your Crips rule shirt?
This ain't that kind of show, Tom. Come on now.
But
We don't.
no, you got your Colorado Rockies on. But when we first were a team come out, it was all gangster because West Side Crips
Yeah.
rule, and that's why people wore the Colorado Rockies gear.
Oh shit!
And it's like, no, I'm from Colorado. I think it's my
Right.
team. Please don't
I'm
shoot
not
me.
getting affiliated. I do not have a Hatchet Man tattoo. That's hilarious.
So what did we leave off before? We were talking about how you dumped your girlfriend because she didn't respect Derek Jeter.
I mean, that was a thing.
Talked about how you're a player and you're going to keep on playing.
The motherfuckers can pray and pray for my downfall, but when I rise like the sun, I ain't fucking with y'all. That's a little Tech 9, different song. I fucked that one up. That was a Keep On Keep, but hey, Texas shit, man. I saw him when I was 11.
Yeah. Perfect rap concert for an 11-year-old.
Well, it was KMK, ICP, and Bone Thugs. So, and this is a true story. My mom wouldn't, and this is where, back to the whole Life of Gerald thing, which anyone who now has seen the first one, they just know we're going to go in a circle. This is like NASCAR. We're just going left. It's not going to stop. But so that's where, the idea of Life of Gerald came from. Originally, I've always thought I'm an interesting character. I mean,
absolutely, you're an interesting character. That's why I keep having you back.
Same to you. Shit. I was gonna say, I really can't wait for us to just chat one-on-one. I know right now we're just trying to pump up them views, and
we ain't trying to pump up nothing. We are just one-on-one. I can tell you right now, we ain't got no views.
No viewers yet. Shit.
No, I think we got 2. But like I said, most people catch it on the replay.
Right. Catch it on the replay for sure. But so Life of Gerald, and that's kind of where I've done some interesting things, been interesting places, and one thing. So I was like 11, 12, and I really wanted to see Kiss. Didn't even honestly don't think I even listened to Kiss at that point. Like I just knew like Kiss was awesome. Like. Well,
just like the makeup.
Exactly. Yeah. little guideline.
His ICP.
Alice Cooper. I mean, Alice Cooper originated all that, though. Like, let's be honest. Like, he was the king of the guyliner.
Yes, absolutely.
I actually saw.
I love him with Baker Mayfield on that commercial too. By the way,
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Yeah, he's just one of those stupid whatever Baker Mayfield commercials, and Alice Cooper's in it, and it's kind of funny. I'm so happy Baker's going to have a career after football doing
All-State
sitcoms. He's going to be the dumb dad on a sitcom.
Oh, God, it'd be the Baker
going to be
show.
amazing. Hey, our buddy's here.
Hey, what up?
Obi-Wan.
I was going to say, now we can sing Happy Birthday. Let's do it. No.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
That's right.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mike. We're not going to sing because we'll get those happy birthday ladies are crazy, man. They sue everyone. I ain't going to sing no real happy birthday song. I will wish him a happy birthday. I will sing a made-up happy birthday song that I just wrote. Happy birthday, Mike. You're the best. Happy birthday, buddy. Hope you see your breast. Happy birthday, Jabroni.
Well,
I'll sing that, but I ain't going to sing no happy birthday.
Don't forget to eat some rice Cerrone. What we get? All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Jabroni, Obi, Jabroni, Obi. I tried.
So you've got an interesting life. Tell us an interesting story.
So yeah, I wanted to go see Kiss, like 12 years old. Kiss is not appropriate for 12-year-olds.
They are. Their rock is so generic.
It is. No, it generates the music itself. Okay.
I mean, they lick it up and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, sure. But
Don't you know Knights in Satan's Service, though? I know.
Yes, we just talked about that last week, I think.
Did it?
I did with someone last week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
Yeah.
But no, so I actually Kiss, I did not get to see them. However, because I had a responsible adult take me, not my mom, I was able to see Insane Clown Posse, Cottonmouth Kings, Bone Thugs and Harmony, and Tech Nine at that age.
Did they ever figure out how magnets work? That's what I want to know.
I don't think so. But they know how social justice works, so I can appreciate that.
That is good.
But how do magnets work? Let's be honest. I think I skipped that day biology.
Mrs. Jabroni's concerned for us, and rightly so.
Rightfully so, to be honest.
But yeah, man, the 11, 12-year-old Tech Nine. I mean, yeah, Bone Thugs, that's cool. Insane Clown Posse, you should not have gone. But
hey, I saw boobies. What kind of stuff as a person?
That happened at a Blink 182 Green Day concert I was at, and this girl next to us, like, flipped up her shirt, and Tom DeLonge was like, "No, girl, you're 12. Put it away."
That's even worse.
It was just like, oh god,
oh god.
I don't think she's 12, but yeah, she can't be.
No. I've always wondered about that, to be honest, because I've been to a lot of concerts and I've seen a lot of titties at concerts. and granted, most of the concerts I've seen titties at were in Columbus, Ohio, which technically it's legal to walk around with your titties hanging out.
That's crazy.
Like it's legal. Like there's a festival that's cool. That's a whole week. That's a weekend long, and people walk around topless. Haven't been to it in a few years. The last couple years I'd been to it, though, it had kind of got tame. I feel like most things in life have got tame, unfortunately. not tame, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Everything is catching up to the
more appropriate.
What?
The world is a more appropriate place for everyone.
Yes.
I've got a funny story ties back with Jabroni. I told him I went to a Denver wrestling show, a Nitro taping, long time ago. And they used to put just pan the crowd and, people would cheer. And it wasn't on TV or nothing, but just to fire them up. And a 400-pound woman just ripped off her shirt live on the whole jumbotron. Like, everybody saw it. It was hilarious. It was awesome. It was just like, yeah. But yeah, the camera quickly went. Because kids at the time, there's tons of kids there. And and you're like, good for you, bud. You saw your first boob, but that's not the first boob you saw, man.
Like, don't chalk that one in the bank.
No, just say you saw one, but don't describe it in detail to your buddies. They get better. They get worse. They get better.
I mean, that's people in general.
That's right. It could have been my boob. I almost thought about doing it, but they never panned the camera to me. So
I was gonna say, the camera would have cracked had you done it, though, Tom. And then you would have owed him like $5,000.
No,
Ted Turner would have been knocking on your door.
Yeah, to sign me up, I would have been the new talent.
That's true. You would have came out. You would have been the next Nitro girl. You would have been shaking it.
That's right. Oh man, Hogan would have been trying to recruit me to the whatever faction he was with at the time.
the whatever WWO.
The the NW, way too old, but we're still trying. Oh man, yeah, I was telling him I saw Hogan do a terrible blade job like this.
So and speaking of
it's Hogan, like, dude,
did you see the end? Not the end, but I saw it on Twitter. They had a video or a picture. Fucking Logan Paul, which that's a whole nother shit show we won't go into because he's a lot more famous than both of us. So the hell, like Logan Paul though, he's awesome. Yay.
Jake or Logan? Which one we talking about? Logan's the fighter, but also the Pokemon
Yeah,
collector, and
and
Jake
then
is the fighter and the one
YouTube.
that had the house and everybody's suing him.
Maybe I don't fucking know.
The most
That's
recent
above
fight,
my pay grade, Tom.
the most recent fight with the dude that Woodley that
Yeah,
got knocked
that,
out, that was Jake Paul.
that was Logan. I thought.
Oh, it
Was
was
it Jake?
Jake.
Okay, it was Jake. Shit. I
Yeah.
see above my pay grade. I don't care. I just see.
I'm an official YouTuber, so I got to know my fellow YouTubers. So
I was gonna say, give him a shout out then. Shit.
I know that's okay.
I was gonna say, should we take a commercial break from our sponsor, Mountain Dew?
I was drinking Coca-Cola. Mike inspired me. I'm a Southern gentleman again.
Oh
This
shit! Well,
Coke Zero. I have Mountain Dew in the fridge, but
okay.
tomorrow, when I go to work, I'm gonna load up on Mountain Dew. Which kind you got there? Is that the
That's the new Christmas one, actually. I figure, doing a Christmas show or
nice.
holiday.
I was going to ask about that. That's the ginger
snap. Yeah.
What's that like? I mean, I can only drink the diet one, and I haven't seen that in a diet version. So
yeah, and that's one thing I do like about Mountain Dew, but also sucks. The amount of flavors they have is always awesome. The diet doesn't see a lot of them, but they've been doing better and better at it. I think the
cans
I think the watermelon saw the diet, and I think Baja Blast. Oh God! So So in a previous relationship,
one of many from G Money.
Not too many.
Play on, player.
Right? 1 out of 100. See, I'm gonna be like, so who I'm supposed to be interviewing sometime. I say supposed to because I fired, shoot my shot tweet, and I actually got a response. But since then, his original tweeter's been shut down, and he's got DMs closed now. But have you seen MV Young?
No.
He's another one of the wrestlers that you should probably be up on and the know on.
Okay.
He's polypan. I don't know. He's definitely part of the whole of LGBTQ ally. At least somewhat. He may be. Yeah, he's pan or bi. I'm not sure. But
just shoot me his link after the show and the DM.
But it was funny. So one night I was watching something with him or reading one of his tweets, and I'm just like, you know what? I really want to interview him and Tom McDonald on the same show.
Who's Tom McDonald?
So Tom McDonald's a rapper who gets a lot of flack because he's very, I don't know, he pisses off both sides of politics. The thing we're not supposed to talk about. But it's the thing we don't talk about. But we're going to get into the Christmas holiday show here momentarily. With my holiday Mountain Dew. But no, he's actually very good rapper, self-made from what I can tell. Weirdest thing about him, though, talks about the Illuminati a lot. Girlfriend's last name is Rockefeller. That's the one thing I just can't wrap the head around. I'm just I don't know how many people have thrown that together, but they've been together. Looks like dude's been rapping over 10 years. I think he's 27, 28 millions of views. He's definitely tier 1 famous.
Nice
on Eminem's radar. I enjoy him. I do. A lot of people don't necessarily not on Eminem's radar for good, but on Eminem's radar. But so him, and then like I said, MV with the Polycult, which all this spun off of. He's saying multiple partners, lots of partners, whatever. But MV at one point had 500,000 romantic partners or some shit. It's what he had posted on Twitter. And it's a crazy number. He's got the Polycult. I mean, so I definitely dig him. And I think him and McDonald would still be cool to interview at some point. But even just him himself, I feel, with my polyness and knowing stuff I know, just have a cool interview talk, necessarily wrestling for sure. I mean, I'm still, I'm a huge wrestling fan. love wrestling, still want to get in at some point. I know no way in hell will I be a wrestler. I mean, like I said, I'll take them bumps. I don't care, but you got to give them to me. I'm not doing them my damn self. Like you find someone who can pick up 350 pounds of fat ass, I'll take a body slam or two. I don't care about that. Like
that's my wife the other day. I was talking about in our jobbers group, referee Brandon Tully, and just brought him up and mentioned him, and she's like, "Why can't you do that?" While we were watching AEW,
yeah.
and I was like, "Because they're in shape. Like they could do, some sort of athletic stuff." I was like, "Watch them. They slide down, they stand up, they slide down, they stand up." I would slide down and
we would not get up.
I'd be climbing the ropes like in Rocky, like trying to make it up. But yeah, she's like, "You could do that." I was like, "No." And then I told her about how I wanted to be Rebel and Jamie Hayter's punching bag, and she just shook her head. It's like, that's the job I'm qualified for. And she's like, "Oh, God." I'm like, "I'm kidding."
That's inappropriate, Tom.
Rebel, if you're ever watching.
He's kidding. He's kidding if you're ever watching. We don't fetishize women, Tom.
We don't. I'm just saying, I want to be in wrestling, and I just want them to beat me up.
You just think that way? I mean, humiliation needs satisfied. I get it.
I'm just a class clown, anyways. Just use my skills, which is taking bumps and being a laughing stock. So,
but
I have a quick story about the watermelon Mountain Dew because
okay.
I went to the Walmart. Walmart has them in the 12 packs, the diet different flavors, and I got the watermelon one, brought it home, tried it. It was horrible, and I tweeted Mountain Dew. I was like, "Is this supposed to taste flat and awful, or is that just how it is?" Like, because it's not expired or anything. Did I get a bad batch? And then they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. Here's some coupons for 3 12 packs." And I was like, "Oh, that's nice of you." And then I realized, it just sucks.
It's just bad. So obviously put enough sugar and carbonation in anything, and it's going to taste great. I've never met a soda I didn't like. I mean, that's not true. I mean, every now and then.
Yeah, every now and then.
I'll be honest. I'll throw some shade on Mountain Dew real quick. I think it's the pineapple. It was some weird ass Dollar General flavor, to be honest. Yeah. And it was not good, at all. And I had bought 2 of the 16-ounce cans, hoping it would be good. Yeah. Because just when I buy Mountain Dew, I'm like, I don't want to get one because if it's amazing, stand by. And up until that point, I'd never had one that sucked. And so that point, I decided to reconfigure the strategy.
Yeah, I drank that whole 12-pack, by the way. It sucked. It tastes like a Jolly watermelon Jolly Rancher, on the but I downed the whole thing.
You take what they give you and you like it.
That's right.
I mean,
you're already on my Rebel Jamie Hayter train. You just
that's what anyway. That's what we all are in this world as consumers. We take what they give us and we like it, whether we want it or not.
That's true. That's the real secret to happiness, is to not have freedom. Just do what you're told, and just knowing that you don't have to make decisions. That's the happiest you'll ever be. The real unhappiness comes with the struggle to decide what you're going to do. That's why we're so unhappy, is we're so free.
And then throw the anxiety on top of it, and then no one's happy.
Yeah, and if you didn't have to decide on things, here's your work uniform, here's what you're going to do, here's where you're going to eat, here's what you're going to eat, you wouldn't have anxiety because you'd just be like, all right.
Yeah, but then you want to be like, fuck this. Why am I the one eating the grog? That they're eating steak. But wait, what?
Well, we'd all be eating grog, so it doesn't matter.
Not everybody. I mean, all the peons, but
we're all peons, Gerald. We're all peons.
I mean, not all, 99.5%.
Yeah, I guess that's right. You guys probably are peons, and I'd be over there eating steak. I'd feel bad. Because I'm going to eat my steak medium well, and that's just really a shame.
That is. So what you're telling me is you are not allowed in Tokyo. You are not allowed Kobe beef. Is what you're telling me.
I could do medium rare. I don't rare and extra rare and raw. I'm not going to do that for beef.
I mean, I feel like raw and rare and extra rare, like most people don't.
Well, beef tartare, that's raw beef.
I don't eat that shit. Like,
well, you ain't cultured then.
I mean, throwing the little pinky at me, pinkies up. That's what we do on the Tom Show. Pinkies up. We're probably gonna offend somebody somewhere. Don't ask me who or what, but
yeah, we've already offended everybody.
That's my goal in life.
Just to offend everybody.
not really. So I'm very much, I care about people. In general, as just the humanity, we are fucked. Like I think to some degree you got a point there on the whole. If you're told everything to do, like you can't be unhappy. With yes and no, like.
Oh yeah,
but the idea, the dystopian idea of you have no choices, but you have choices, like kind of in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
But so in general, I grew up in a different time. We all did. I feel, I think you said it best. The world is more appropriate now. I don't always know if that's for better or for worse.
Yeah, I can see that. It's better in some ways. In some ways, it's not better.
Like the whole reason, like tonight, I was like, let's do the Christmas Eve show. I was gonna try to like cut a promo, be like, dismember to remember, or December dismember or something. Eve, like the Eve after Tom versus Gerald. Like, so I was gonna do something. But yeah, procrastination. I know I hit you that in the DMs. Like, what are we gonna talk about tonight? My laziness. Same thing. Like, it's not taking the world.
I'm the same way. I have great ideas that I just can never do.
Just can't put them into fruition.
I give them away to people and they don't do nothing with them. I'm like, man, that's gold.
Right? Someone came up to me and was like, "Sir, I will pay you. Hell, I'll take $10 an hour." Don't do that, because then I'll have to offend people. If you do that one more time, Tom, I'll do something. I'll offend people. I'll do it. Is that a button you want to push, my friend? Turning Japanese. I really think so. I did that one. I was talking to a friend. I'm like, I'm turning Japanese. I really think so.
Oh man, that song was so much fun, and the video, yeah, that's what they do in the video.
Most people don't know that, and I just love it. Orgasms.
Well, they say that's what it is, but it could be that, and it also, because I think that's more of a like an urban tale, myth. It's just about how the 80s kind of took over, a lot of the culture but Japan took over a lot of the 80s culture.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But the lyrics, I think in general, about I could see it very much being about orgasms.
Oh, for sure. I that's why I said I think that might be an urban myth, but it's probably both. How things
it's etched in reality. Given freely to myth. I don't know. That'll fire us up with a Braveheart speech or something.
I love that movie so much. I saw it in the theater when it came out. Took my little brother to go see it again. When the VHS came out, I went and bought it and started copying it on our school computer.
I feel like, once again, that's one of those things I saw when I was 9 or 10 and didn't really watch. Like I enjoyed. So I watched The Patriot when I was like 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But that movie I watched multiple times because I just care about that part of history. I mean, I love all history. I just Braveheart. I never necessarily don't think I've ever went back and watched it. Probably should. In general, don't watch a lot of Mel Gibson just because
I can't help it. He was one of my favorites growing up, and I
Well,
fell in love with
it's one of
him.
those, that's the one thing that sucks. Everyone's here. What they say is true. Don't meet your heroes because everyone's heroes turns into a shitbag.
Yeah. And I'm not going to support him going forward with anything. But it's so like
It's
Lethal
hard to
Weapon.
erase
You can't give that up. I can't give up Braveheart.
It's hard to erase. I mean, and not to be weird and be like, well, it's history. I mean, it's not history. I mean, it is because it's a movie. It is a form of media. Therefore, it has historical significance.
Absolutely, yeah.
And just like so I got my first bot on Twitter the other day. Actually, I've got a few, but they usually add me to a random group of like 20 bots.
I've never had that happen.
And then nothing happens. I just get thrown into a group and I'm just like, what the fuck? And then I'm just like, block, report. And then it just sits in my message requests. But so the other day, this bot hits me up, and at first I forget what I said, but then I hit up with the jobbers, and I'm like, "Well, what should we say to this bot?" Because Tom's always posting his bots. Yeah, they're buying feet pictures from him for whatever reason. The bot's like feet. I was gonna say maybe because they don't have none. Who knows?
Yeah, robots need feet pictures.
They wish they were human. They wish they were human.
That's right. Oh, but yeah, I said, ask her about her favorite wrestler or something.
Something about wrestling. And so my favorite part was, and I never got a response, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
But my favorite part was, I was like, do you remember that one time at WrestleMania 3 when Andre the Giant tripped and fell on his back?
That's all you do. Just sing song lyrics or just go random with them.
Well, I think you're missing that though, Tom. So I saw a meme one time. That's the beauty of that. Was do you remember the time in WrestleMania 3 when Andre the Giant tripped and fell on his back?
I don't, because
that was when Hulk Hogan body slammed him.
Oh, okay.
After Hogan,
I do remember that part. Yes.
So after the first time Hogan got canceled, which I don't like the term canceled, because it's accountability. Which once again I try to avoid talking about stuff like that, but it's so hard because I have common sense.
Yeah. Was this for when he slept with that dude's wife, or was this when he said like the N-word?
I think the slur was the first time that they like erased him from WWE. So there was like a meme which honestly I don't understand, because like, don't get me wrong, maybe he's changed, maybe he hasn't. I don't know. That's not between me and him. That's between him and God. That's between, I mean, but to say shit like that, you're just a piece of shit. Like at that point, you don't. I mean, everyone in the world has said something fucked up at one point, but it's not. You can kind of see the character, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if someone says something wrong once, you're like, that's out of character for him. Like, so the moment something.
Yeah, but then after twice, you're like, oh, that is this character. He is garbage.
Exactly, and that's like, it was funny. I was watching the Kingsman yesterday. And the new one came out, and there was some quote, and honestly, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the movie just for that quote, because it was in like the first 20 minutes. but it was something about a reputation is how people see you. A character is how you are or what you are.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's been said hundreds of times. Like, I actually tried to Google the quote, look for it, and I saw apparently it was said something similar in the Kingsman from like 6 years ago. But I dig it. Like I fully can get behind that. Like, reputation's how you're saying. Well, like Tom, I'm gonna tell you right now, because sometimes I drink a little, act a fool, get into the group chat, say random stuff. Bring out Gemma and Gwenny since they decide to. But every now and then, I act a fool. And so as soon as I got off, like the group chat was just like buzzing. I mean, it was funny because someone was like, "Wait, Gerald's smart?" Like, it's just like they didn't expect me to like enunciate, have big words, not like the accent.
I'm still waiting for all of that. So when do I get smart, Gerald? I'm kidding.
I know.
Any chance I can make myself laugh, I'm going to take it. Low hanging fruit.
Hey,
Low hanging fruit.
Right, I know. I gotta quit hanging. I told you. Shit. Make Jim to defend me soon or something. Shit.
I love the Kingsman movies. My wife does too. She thinks they're fun. There's some parts she's like, that's a little, not my taste. It's a little too crude. But for the most part, she was like, hey, let's watch that. And I was like, okay,
I didn't realize there was multiple ones. Like, I thought there was, but then the way this one was, I almost thought it was a standalone until the end because of it. Like, I don't know.
Don't spoil nothing for people, though.
I mean,
don't spoil nothing. I haven't seen it yet. And
I saw you guys talking about Spider-Man 2. Don't spoil that.
Spider-Man 2 was 20 years ago.
The new one, whatever. I can't keep up with the names of all these.
Don't spoil any new movies.
Don't spoil the movie.
You went and saw The Matrix. I haven't seen that yet.
All the movies.
I used to be like that, but I have a wife now, and she gets mad if I just do what I want to do. So I gotta wait for her.
That's the key to unhappiness, a wife.
No, that's the key to both. Both being the most happy and most miserable.
It's like a lock within a lock. It's like a nesting doll of locks with one key. And you put it in, and you hope the good one unlocks, but it's always the middle. It's always the back.
Oh, what were we even talking about?
A lot of shit. I do want to check the group and make sure they know that I'm live. I definitely.
Oh yeah, you were talking about how you like to drink. Do a little powder and shoot up, smoke some tweeds.
I do not do drugs, sir.
What fentanyl patches on your booty hole?
Sniff the cocaine off the hooker's ass. Well, that's just Tuesday.
Or the penis, it don't matter. I mean, whatever hook you got lying around.
I mean, there was that stripper in New Orleans, but we don't talk about that. What happens in New Orleans stays in New Orleans.
No, it don't. I had an ex that lived in New Orleans, and it
didn't stay.
It still follows me around and haunts me to this day.
well, that sounds like you.
I hate New Orleans. I don't want nothing bad to happen to New Orleans, but I hate New Orleans.
See, I love New Orleans. I've been there once. I definitely.
I've been to the street. What is that? The Bourbon Street once.
Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
So when I went, I was there for Mardi Gras. It was a good time. I had a very good time. Maybe I will tell more in-depth stories another time. But
saw Boober 3.
And once again, illegal. No moves.
Oh man, it's one of my favorite Steve Martin jokes off his album Let's Get Small. Talks about he's going to a Vegas show and he's like, my God, there must be 37 boobs up there. For whatever reason, I just love that. Odd number boobs cracks me up.
Just 37.
There must be 37 of them up there. Yeah.
I feel like I should have went somewhere, but it was going to be kind of dark and like stop me.
Yeah, no, let's not do that. Mastectomies are not funny.
I guess they are. I thought you said vasectomies.
No, I said mastectomies.
Okay, I heard vasectomies, so then that's why I laughed.
You know what happens when you get a vasectomy?
What?
They cut the cord.
Yeah, the spermatic cord.
And that's it.
Yeah.
And the sperm
just stops.
Just your body it comes out, but your body just reabsorbs it. And that freaks me the hell out, man.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, isn't it? That. Yeah, it's just like swimming around down there until your body's like what if it's like swimming up in your eye? Like in
so we only have 2 viewers, and I know it's like Eve Christmas, but I'm slightly offended by this.
Don't be. This show's better on replay because you can go back and watch us laugh over and over and over again.
I don't think anyone wants to see that.
Oh, yeah, they do. We get plenty of replays. Let me. How many did our show? I don't even look because I don't do it for the views. I just do it to hang out with my buddies to help fight my depression.
That's the way to be for sure. I was putting it in the group chat, and so I just saw we had two. We have one now. I kicked one off.
That's what happens, buddy.
Obi-Wan, if you're still with us,
we had 47 views, you and I.
I know we did. It was good.
That's not a bad show. That's one of my better shows, man.
Man, Tom, I like you. I do, man. Like, I'm looking forward to doing this more than once, more than twice. Like,
absolutely.
I'm a I think more, next time you're out fucking door dashing or whatever it is, I'll be driving 3 hours to Ohio. I'll call you. We'll just be on the speakers to each other. Don't text and drive. No, 2 hands on the wheel. I got the Bluetooth on. We're good.
I can't talk though, because I need my phone to do the app.
But you can do both. Your phone doesn't like app and phone?
No, I gotta have the phone clear because I gotta switch it to the maps and you just kill my battery. I'll text you between breaks, man. But what we need to do, you and I, is we need to have more structure, because you and I, we just want to free ball it, and everyone else at least has a pair of underwear on. And it gives some.
I've never worn underwear, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Because everyone else is like, yeah, I want to promote my NFT, or I want to talk about my art, or I want to talk about this or my car. I
just want to be Gerald.
Yeah, I just want to be Tom Show.
So there
talk about Tom. So we probably need to plan out better for our next few shows and be like, let's hit some topics. Let's make it entertaining for more than just you and I. But being entertaining for you and I, that's all I really care about. I care about entertaining me most of all. I don't care if you laugh. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
Sure.
Even when you're not laughing, you're laughing on the inside. I know.
I am always laughing. Hey, laughter is the best medicine.
So I got a question for you. You're from Ohio.
Okay.
Is it really like rednecky, as they say? Because when I was growing up, Ohio wasn't as like rednecky as people seem to make it out to be now. Not that I'm against rednecks, because I am a redneck.
No.
So just put that out there. I'm a country boy. I'm a redneck.
Yeah, like, no, I don't know how to change my oil in my car, but I'll go yeehaw. So
I could change the oil in my car. I'm not going to do it because I'll screw it up.
Right.
I know how to do it.
It's something that can happen. Yeah, I shouldn't.
My dad, our gas station used to have a lube service part that some of my friends used to work at. So I, knew how to put it up on the lift and could change it, but I never did because I was just like, it's someone's car. Yeah, see, Mike can help us out with that.
Hey,
he's a pro.
I was gonna say you're in Ohio, right, Mike? Next time I oil change you.
No, he said Florida. He's a flow rider.
I mean, I can drive 12 hours for a free oil change. That's obviously it'd be more than that. Like, hang it, but what's like I'm the type of person. So. I feel like, Tom, I hate to say this.
I'm not going to go pay $30 at Meineke for an oil change when I could drive 72 hours and spend $500 in gas and food to get a free one. But America.
That ain't America. That's just carny. Like that's just how I was raised.
That's Ohio.
O-H.
I
I
had one of my aunts who's super smart, and she used to work for like Boeing and stuff like that. She went to Ohio State. It's where she met her husband. So she used to send me a Buckeye every now and then, and I think they're cool, So
you're talking about the actual real, like poisonous nuts, or like the candy?
Yeah,
super
poisonous nuts.
I mean, that's all Ohioans are, is just a poisonous nut. and Hoosiers just ask you to come in. They go, "Who's there? Who's there?"
I've never been to Indiana, but I've been to Ohio to visit my aunt once. So I've been to Ohio.
What part of Ohio?
What's the one by the lake?
Michigan, not Michigan.
Cleveland.
Yeah,
she was in Cleveland.
Up there,
yeah.
Cleveland. Lima area. No, Lima's a little far south, but yeah,
I think it was Cleveland because I remember seeing the lake. I think.
okay.
But my cousin, he was an asshole and wouldn't let me play with his Legos, and that kind of pissed me off. So
Never again, right? Fuck
I still don't. I still don't talk to him.
It ain't worth it to go to Ohio. You can't play with the Legos. Fuck, man. If I couldn't play with the Legos, I wouldn't go to Ohio either. Shit.
Sorry, Redbeard Robert Applegate. I don't talk to you no more. It's because you were mean and would not share your Legos with me.
I never had that problem. I'm an only kid, so I got to keep my Legos, my wrestling figures, my entire hoard.
Yeah.
But what brought it, that's where we left off last time, was my hoard and how I started collecting, which I never did. It snowballed at flea markets. It starts with a free table out of a trash can, and then next thing you got a crate of Nintendo games. Like, just how it happens.
I still have my crate of Nintendo games. My NES games are in my closet, but everything else I have is in the storage unit. So
nice.
I'm going to do a show about that. Yeah, because I still have
I saw your
everything except for my PlayStation 2. I sold that to my brother. Yeah, but I still have everything else.
So, and speaking of,
like I said, I was into everything: comic books, gamers, all that stuff. So,
and speaking of Tom and Tom's collection, and knowing more about Tom.
Yes.
So I saw, I think, was it your and speaking of Yeehaw music, whoever the Yeehaw was it Charlie Daniels or was it
Charlie Daniels and Mindy McCready?
Okay. How'd you meet Charlie Daniels? I gotta ask, because that's an awesome autograph to have. That just had to be cool to meet him if you did, or
I did not. I met Mindy McCready. She was super sweet and nice and lovely and pretty. Standoffish a little, but I was working at American Airlines, checking her bag. So, you don't expect them to be super nice. I met a lot of country music stars because they used to have a concert in Crested Butte, Colorado, and I lived in Gunnison. So you fly into Gunnison and drive up to Crested Butte for it. I was like Jimmy Carter Foundation, and a lot of country artists would come play and they'd raise money. I think it kind of ended a while ago, like 20 years ago, but I didn't meet President Carter, and that was cool. He's this tall.
He's like the Lego man.
My mom and dad, I told you, I owned a convenience store, and it was on the west side of town. It was the first one in or the last one out, depending on where you were going. And his tour bus stopped and got gas, and he popped out and came inside to grab some snacks. And my mom was like, "Holy shit, you're Charlie Daniels." And he's like, "Yep." And she got 3 autographs, one for me, my brother, and my sister. And they all say, one, mine says to Tom, the other one says to Dan, the other one's to Mary. So she met him and got those. And she also met George Clinton. And I thought that was cool. The P-Funk. Funkadelic. That's it. Yeah. She met him because his tour bus stopped by one day, and she said he was the nicest guy. And I was like, man, that would have been cool to meet. Like, she got to meet all the cool people at work, and I always just got the really awful people.
So all I'm hearing from this story, correct me if I'm wrong, is that if you're ever going to own a convenience store, make sure it's in the middle of fucking nowhere between tour stops.
Yes, and make sure it's like the first one into town, because that's the one people stop at after.
I just want to make sure I was hearing that correctly, just to kind of notate for future endeavors.
Yep, if you grow, that's the way to go. People will stop in, they'll say hello, and you'll meet some famous rockers or funkers or whatever. But so that's how I got to Charlie Daniels.
Fuckers too. Bang Bus made even.
I don't think we're allowed to do that anymore. I think we've grown up as a country in our pornography. It's all stepbrother and stuff.
It's all
no more having a party bus full of teenagers. No. We got to have fake family.
Never mind tentacle porn. That wrong country.
That's so 1997. Gerald.
What
was that? Bible Black. Bible Black, was that the one you're talking about? The hentai with all the tentacles?
I was talking in general tentacle porn. I'm a little scared.
You're just making fun of it, and I'm dropping references.
I mean, that's how this works, right? No. I'll turn on Men in Black. It'll be the same thing.
I mean, Kazaa and Napster and all that for music came out, and then you could start downloading movies. You would just download stuff, and people could label it, whatever they wanted, and it didn't mean that's what you got. I'm just going to say
Yeah,
that.
So what you're telling me is Napster was the original Rickroll.
Yes. Actually, it was, because so many people think some songs are attributed to like a certain artist when they're not. But it's
not at all.
because someone on Napster, and the one I could think of is Kiss Me by Sixpence None the Richer. I have had so many people say, oh, no, that's the Cranberries. And you're like, no, it's not. It's Sixpence None the Richer. And they're like, no, it was Napster. And I was like, yeah, you idiot. You downloaded a file just because someone labeled it.
Right.
And that wasn't the song at all. So, yeah, there's a lot of that from people probably
That's
like in their mid-30s.
See, I find that interesting. The reason being just because, I find that interesting because, so we're what, 10 years apart, roughly around there?
I'm 43.
Okay, so 13 years. So we're.
So you're a child? You're barely 30?
I just turned 30. Yeah.
Get out of here.
I know I'm too knowledgeable for all
this.
You
know shit. Nothing, Jon Snow.
Hey. I'll bring it back.
So yeah, there's an age difference, but there's not. I mean,
it's not terrible, but the reason I bring it up, so I tell close friends this, so, but that's kind of the one thing about me. I have a lot of thoughts. Like I said, I'm an interesting guy. Came up with the whole Life of Gerald thing, and I really wanted to share my life, like just different things, thoughts. But that's kind of the problem with the internet and the world today. You share a thought, you're gonna get crucified no matter which way you share it. Like it's no man's land out there. Like you got the Germans and you got the British. Like opinion, please. Pew 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 pew. Like oh fuck, never mind. I got no opinion. No, never mind. I'm good.
So tell me about this Life of Gerald. Like, how are you going to tell about your life? Were you just going to Twitter it and hope people caught on, or do you have a blog or YouTube?
I was going to pull out. So I thought about YouTubes and podcasts for a long time, which honestly, it's not that I was afraid to show my face. I'm not one of those people that. I got a face for radio, first off. That we covered.
You're talking to the crowd, man. Like,
right? Preaching to the choir.
Yeah,
right?
That's it. Yeah.
But no, like I was planning on, maybe tagging a few famous people, posting. I wanted to make YouTube videos, kind of talk about my collection, just kind of do my own thing, small, short ones, like one that I've had. Because, one thing going back, and this isn't off topic, but it is. So I consider myself a person of integrity. And, I try to do the right thing. And honestly, I have the best intentions. Kind of lazy, kind of procrastinate sometimes.
Yeah.
That's like I lost a bet with somebody and for a card. And that was like back in, I don't know, October, September, and I still haven't shipped it yet. I'm like, I promise it will come.
The pictures I shared of me packaging up my mail, that's stuff I promised people in June.
From like July, which I saw.
So I feel you, man. We're a lot the
mail
same.
Costs money. The people to go to the post office, anxiety. I mean, we all can't have fancy printers, which I do. I just haven't used it yet. It's in the box because I bought one of those $60 Amazon label printers.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was a good deal. It was like regular $140. Have no clue if it works. Probably past time to return it if it don't.
So let me challenge you, Gerald. You should make, and not every day, you don't have to do that every day, but maybe start out like once or twice a week, make a 10-minute Life of Gerald video talking about yourself or your thoughts or showing off your cards or your figures or whatever you have. Just record something for 10 minutes. Don't edit it. Don't worry about it.
On, yeah.
Just do it and throw it up, man, and just see. Because that would be my challenge to you, because you're an entertaining guy. You clearly are smart. You clearly are articulate, even though I teased you. You can do this. I mean, you and I, we're 13 years apart. we have a lot of the same issues.
We
You
do.
know,
We
this
do.
is
And
why the anxiety, the face for radio. I wear the Snoopy hat and the tie to be a goofy character so people can't
because
make
that's who
fun of
you're
me.
playing. It's wrestling. It's
Yeah, well,
wrestling.
that's too. Yeah,
Wrestling.
but yeah, I'm playing a character, but I'm also like, you're making fun of my appearance when I'm clearly making fun of my own appearance. So it's
Right.
like, you're not doing anything. You can't
It's
make fun
not.
of me. It's
It's
Kevlar.
psychology. It's
Yeah.
reverse psychology.
So you don't have to do that, but just record something, man,
Something.
and throw it up on your channel, and make sure when you do, you share it with me because I'll share it to everybody too.
Oh yeah. No, I will for sure. I just
But just
it is the
life of Gerald, you got to make this happen. You can't procrastinate.
well. So here's
No. Here's the deal. You've got a webcam. You can get StreamYards for free that we're on right now, and you can record your video, and that's it.
we can do the thing, but
There ain't no buts.
no, because everything before but's bullshit. We can do the thing, however, and I'll release an internet exclusive here. I was gonna say I plan on rebranding myself at some point.
Okay.
I still haven't figured out how, but because my profile is ultimately turned into a card account, which I'm afraid once I rebrand myself into just cards only, somehow then I'll just start posting all the random bullshit that loses the card.
Just be yourself. Don't worry about cards or this is my card account and this is my personal account.
Oh,
This is my just be your account and just be you.
All of a sudden,
People are finding more and more that people want to connect to just buddies. They don't care if you collect cards as much anymore. I mean, look at me. I don't collect that much or that many cards. I buy my Project 70 artist cards, so that's about it. And people still care about me and want to connect with me and want to hear what I have to say. And I will, give my opinion seriously on cards and other things, or ask questions or help my friends out. So just be the life of Gerald, but have it be everything and just do it, man. Just do it. You don't need a rebrand. You are a brand already.
But well, so the rebrand though, it's been coming for a while, but with the cards, I think because I'd asked for a while, and so I do have an idea and stuff, and I think I'm still going to keep the Gerald. I think if I do it, because I do like Life of Gerald, I like that name tag. The other name tag that I was going to go for is going to be less letters, but so I'll either do that, keep Gerald on the top with the crown, or I'll flip it and keep the Life of Gerald and then have my brand of my cards.
Okay.
So
just do it. You could always change your YouTube titles later. You could be Life of Gerald 1, and then you could go back and be Less Letters 1.
I can't give it away. It's $1 million idea, Tom.
That's fine. That's why I went
I'll
with
tell
Less
you
Letters.
This though, it rhymes with Schmiedenist.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You're too smart for me, Gerald. Anyways, this Tom and Jerry show, I love this right here, man. But so just do it. Do it.
Do I
Stop
look
screwing
like
around.
I'm not Nike. I don't just do things. That's the
when I know that's the problem. But I'm just telling you from experience. You don't want to be doing it, not doing it for years, and then look back and have all these people that you missed. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Because you've got a great group of friends. You've got a great audience that will, you could just do shows like I do. I don't care if you do a Gerald show and you just talk to your buddies, but I think for you, with your Life of Gerald, it being like a vlog, just like 10-minute episodes, 10 to 15, if you just did that a couple times a week, that's pretty, I'm not going to say easy, because it is hard to get over your anxiety to record a video. And I know this, but it's something that is fairly attainable for someone, even with anxiety, because I was doing that for a little while. I deleted all my old card videos because I turned my channel because I used to do card videos like 10 years ago, and I turned it into a YouTube channel for my niece because she wanted to do toy unboxings, and we made a bunch of videos. And then I just rebranded it back after she gave up on that.
She did not become the next Ryan, is what you're telling me.
No, she wanted to. I still have all of them, but I was editing them for her and everything. bought her all the toys, and it was a fun little thing to do, and we bonded over it. So
Yeah.
it's not like it was a waste, and she'll have these videos to look back on. She was 6. So, not bad. But, I just took my channel back. You can, whatever you decide to do later, you can change it. You can hide it. You can do whatever you want. So that's just my challenge. Before we meet again, you should be trying to do, a show a week at least, 15 minutes a week.
And that's true that, you can't change it, but it's the internet. It stays on there forever. Well,
no, it's it.
No one's looking for it.
No one's looking for it.
So actually,
no one cares that I'm no longer Ellie's Toy Adventure. They know
somebody out there. Even if it's you out there looking for it. No. So it's funny. I actually, so kind of Life of Gerald thing again. Not to keep talking about. Okay, so let me backtrack first.
I just Googled. There's no record of Ellie's Toy Adventure anywhere on Google. So,
all right, so you're
no one gives a crap, man. You can change it anytime.
So with my collection and stuff and people, though, like one of the videos I plan to do. So long story short, I had got a free, and talking about integrity. I had gotten a free meet and greet wristband for the band Foreigner. However, I got it under the guise that I would not use it. I wouldn't meet them. I just wanted it for my collection because I like promotional shit. I like weird shit.
Yeah.
And I was at the concert. Hell, I had my wristband for my super secret private bar that I got because I was a part of some other membership. And I had walked by Foreigner even. But I did not use that wristband at all the whole night. It is still folded up and still with the original tacking on it. And afterwards, I went up and saw it was actually their manager who gave it to me because I told him, I was like, hey, because I saw him walking around and I was like, hey, what's this? And he's like, oh, they got a choir show going on stage with them. I was like, well, can I get a meet and greet pass? I don't actually want to meet them. I would just like that for I was 17, 8. Fuck if I remember how old I was, but one of those that. And so I told maybe 20. I really don't remember. I'd have to look up and find.
You were so high at the time.
No, never. We do not do drugs, Tom.
No, not until you're too young to do drugs. You got to be 37.
I was going to say for you and the 37 boobs.
Yeah, 37. It's just Kevin Smith. It's my favorite number.
Is that your lucky number? 37. So if I ever get a fortune cookie with 37, I got to play the lottery.
Yeah, sure.
But so anyway, so after the concert, I went up to him and I had acquired the set list because that's actually a big part of my collections, to be honest, and something I've not gotten rid of. And that's where I'm like, I'd like to take pictures. Part of me, I'm a weird paranoid, and not paranoid in the sense like they're going to kill me, like someone's after me, but just general paranoia. Always had it. Now that I'm older, I'm like, that's how anxiety starts. like now I have figured out. I'm like, that makes sense. I'm like, okay, that my dear Watson, like we got this. And so, even so I'll be honest, like with the last time when we had cut out, when the internet was bad, I was trying to flip from Wi-Fi to 4G because I was like, well, what if someone can find my location based on my Wi-Fi? And that was like stone cold sober, but that's just the irrational paranoid thoughts I have. And with collectors, and that's the one thing that's really funny, we give people our addresses every day without thinking, mailing $1,000 of stuff to wherever without even stopping, like, this is not like normal. like the way we are seasoned, conditioned, like we are not seasoned and conditioned for people to know what we have. And then for them to like send it there, it's very. And so, and that's one thing. I've thought about getting into insurance. I definitely at some point would like to be a insurance broker type person. Maybe not really car, definitely not house, or not how, not definitely not medical or life, because all that shit's a scam anyways. But
Yeah.
but no, but auto is needed. Homeowners and renters is needed. You just got to check the fine print. But
Yes.
but life insurance, that's a scam, and medical, we're not gonna touch that fucking bomb of we're not gonna touch that festering giant Pokemon muck sitting in the corner. We're not gonna do that.
No.
But
No.
it's ready to use self destruct. It's a giant muck about to use self destruct because it's got 2 hit points left.
Gerald, I'm going to ask you to do a favor. I'm out of Coca-Cola, so
Okay.
I'm going to run and grab a Coca-Cola. Carry the show.
Oh,
it's just
God.
going to be you. Let
I'm
me.
scared. Don't you do that to me. I don't want the Tom show.
No, let me. No.
We could take
What am I doing?
Quick bathroom break.
Oh no.
I gotta go do something too.
No. It's all here, buddy.
Oh shit. Apparently, I am running the Tom show. Is there anybody even watching now? Because I don't know what to say. This, I like Tom. I gotta say, enjoying this second round. I really am an interested person. I don't mean to toot my own horn. It's weird because I'm actually, it's stupid to hear people be like, I'm humble. I'm a different person. I've always been different. I do love people. I've got a good heart, and that's why I enjoy the community. I'm happy to be in it, and I want to share myself. Like I've always, like even when I was a kid, I'm like, I'm gonna get famous because I've just done like dumb shit. But like fame is very fleeting, and there's different levels to that, and I don't necessarily have to be rich. I want to live a comfortable life, but I also, I just don't want to die unknown. I want to, leave a good impact on the world. I mean, I feel like that's all we want to do. We all want to, not everyone, fuck. Some people just want to see the world burn, but I enjoy Tom. Tom is awesome. I enjoy this platform, and I just Life of Gerald. I don't know. I'm gonna check Twitter because I do not like carrying this because there's nothing to carry.
Oh, you were fine. Relax.
I knew you were watching me the whole time. I knew that was a test.
No, I wasn't watching you the whole time. I wouldn't grab the soda, but I just came back and you were like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to check Twitter. I can't carry a show. I was like, you can carry a show. And it was a test, and you did fine. You passed it. Now do it yourself for your own self.
I will.
Gerald show, number 1, Life of Gerald.
Jesus. Talk about foreigner. So anyway, so I got the set list. And I go up to the guy afterwards. I was like, hey, thanks again for that wristband. That's going to look cool in my memories. And he kind of looks at me. He's like, wait, you didn't go meet the band? And I'm like, no. I'm like, he was just fucking flabbergasted. Because I'm sure any other person.
Yeah, what God. Totally. I promise I'm not going to go meet the band.
Like any other person would have definitely, but he was flabbergasted.
Yeah.
And so I was able to get the lead singer's autograph on the set list. Didn't meet him, but he took it back there, got it signed. So that was cool.
Awesome.
And that's one of those things that's a lot of the things like that. I want a scrapbook, but I'm not sure what. And that, that's a lot of the procrastination, trying to figure out where what. And that's where kind of the Life of Gerald kind of bred, because I want to tell some of that stuff, but everything. I mean, that's like I have a story. Obviously, I tried to be a professional wrestler. Didn't work out. There's more to that story than that. I haven't necessarily felt comfortable telling the whole thing yet. However, that's the only reason I'm even in wrestling groups now, talking to people, because I felt more comfortable in years since, the speaking out and things have happened, just because, there was some physical abuse, hazing. Once again, things are more appropriate now.
Yeah.
Man, even 5 years ago, things were different.
Yeah.
And not saying that they were good different, like not at all.
Mm.
So I won't ruin the Matrix for you.
Don't even talk about it.
I can't.
Don't even talk about it.
I will.
Don't even talk about it.
Can I say one thing? It has nothing to do about any specifics.
No, no. Don't say
nothing
nothing.
Specific. Nothing about
Nothing.
characters.
No.
Nothing. Nothing.
Don't mention anything because I'm a smart movie guy and you'll say something and it'll be like, oh, it doesn't apply to anything, but then it'll blow the whole story for me. I'm a movie smart guy.
It won't.
No, don't talk about nothing.
My heart is broken.
Wait till I see it, then you can talk about it.
And now the brat in me just wants to like quickly shoot it out of my mouth. Like they broke the fourth wall. I just gave it away. Fuck the whole damn thing.
The whole movie.
Fourth wall. Fuck. Rick and Morty came out. I don't know. Rick and Morty were in the Matrix. That's what happened. There you go. I ruined it.
I haven't even seen this new season of Rick and Morty either. You just ruined the whole thing.
Where are they on now? Season 5 or 6?
5?
I haven't. I don't know. I feel like I saw the new one, but it. Like the beginning when I will tell you, I'm bad at actually remembering details. So I'm not gonna. But the new Rick and Morty was good. But no, back to the whole movie thing though. I was gonna say, hell, take your wife. I mean, I know they're necessarily not the cheapest thing in the world, but I love it. So I actually AMC has what's called A-List.
Yep.
And it's like 20. Do you have it? Is that?
No. We go to AMC a lot because there's a huge one, AMC 24, right next to us. Yeah, it's like that's the one we go to. But go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, I think it went up now if you're a new subscriber, but it's like $20 a month, and you can see up to 3 movies a week. So 12 movies for $20. Yeah, it's like $2 a movie. Even if you say, you know what, who the hell has 8 hours a week to sit in a theater? So even if you do 1 movie a week,
yeah, you're doubling your money.
Even at the $5 when they have the $5 Tuesday, you're paying for it. But the kicker is you don't gotta go on Tuesday. Yeah. You can go any day. You can do any time, any IMAX. You can do IMAX 3D. So it's something if you do like movies, because I'll be honest, I hated movies actually, and this is really funny because now I'm like, I've seen all the movies. but when I was like 14, 15, 16, I watched the classics, the Fear and Loathing, the Clockwork Orange, the Rocky Horror, all the good stuff. And at some point, 19, 20, somewhere becoming an adult, I'm just like, what is the point of movies? Like, I just did not get the point of them because literally, even up until that point, I think if you tried to watch every single movie made from 1980 until 2010 or 2012, there's no way your lifespan could even watch every single movie. Even if you just go like motion pictures, like if you go Hollywood movies that were released in theater, even if you try to watch 10 years of movies, it would probably defeat your lifespan. And so at that
That's
point,
not true because I've seen them all.
You see everything. So you saw the original Nightmare Alley from the 40s?
No, of course not. I'm just joking.
Rebecca, you saw Rebecca? The Crow, whatever, not the Crow, whatever the fucking Hitchcock movies are. But look at what I'm saying, though.
Yes, I know. There's a ton of movies.
So yeah, two.
But that's the problem is you can't use them for multiple people. There's no family pass. So like if we got that, we would have to get 2.
You would each have to get your own, yeah.
Yeah, which kind of sucks because it'd be great if we could just go to a movie together once a week and then she could go with her mom or I could go by myself to see something else. But no, they won't let you do that. So it was like, well, maybe we won't do that then. And then the whole pandemic kind of happened. Yeah. And we were just like, not going to movies or anything. She loves to go to the movies. She loves movies too. So yeah, we do movie dates all the time.
I mean, and honestly, if you do, do them more than 4 times a month, it may be worth it to look into that.
No, we go now. I mean, we saw Black Widow in the theater, and I think that
was good.
It. Yeah,
that was really good, actually.
Yeah, we like that. I don't think we've seen anything else
Should I give away Chang-Chi or Ching? I don't know, the Ten Rings. Should I give away that movie?
No, because people are bad, but I love that movie. That was a good one. I
Have you
love the
seen
kung
that?
fu.
Oh yeah, it's on Disney now, ain't it?
Yeah, I think so.
I liked it. Gotta say honestly, I feel like that was the most, what's the word, visually appealing Marvel movie I had seen to date.
Yeah, beautiful.
I really enjoyed the scenery, the backgrounds, the way they did the special effects.
Yeah, I we had a lot of fun watching it, and I love kung fu movies so much. So like superhero and kung fu mixed together, it was just like there's no chance I was not gonna like it. It's just in my wheelhouse. So
Right.
yeah, and I've always been a movie guy, and I still am. I
See,
don't like TV shows as much. I
see,
just want a movie.
I've always been TV, like sitcoms, comedies, anime, or not anime. Well, anime now, but cartoons, The Simpsons. I always
Yeah.
growing up watching The Simpsons. That's like someone on Twitter the other day was like what type of SUV should I get next? And he was like putting all like expensive shit because he
The
can afford it.
Canyonero.
Well, yup. Can you?
Yeah, the
I threw up the gift of the Canyonero. I'm like, it's like 12 made of 12 tons of American steel. It had music notes to it.
Yeah.
It's like so much the children, but whatever. Like the bus crashes, like 10 last time I saw that episode. But
yeah.
There's things that stick with you. It's funny how the mind works.
Yes. Yeah. You're an impressionable child, and funny things and things that crack you up then, they'll stay with you forever. And boobs.
But boobs.
Your first wrestling show boobs.
I mean, that's all you, man. That is all you.
You never been to a wrestling show and no one popped nothing out?
I mean, no. I mean, I've been to concerts.
Did you ever read Mick Foley's book, his first one?
No, I think I have it. I think I have it autographed.
Have a nice day.
Read it. No,
he talks about they used to do shows that weren't televised, and Al Snow,
the house shows,
the house shows with Al Snow. He was wrestling, and he would, stand Al Snow up to do a drop, whatever. But then he would pull his little leotard apart and show his bird's nest to people.
Who would, Al Snow or
Mick Foley would do it to Al Snow?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
And I was like, "Way to bully, Mick!" But I read that when it first came out, like when I was 20. So that sticks with me.
Yeah. I think that came out. Maybe that book came out like 03, 02. I'm trying to think.
Yeah. I mean,
I know it was a New York Times bestseller. I have that at home. It was funny. So when I met Mick Foley, and awesome. I was actually wearing an ICP shirt from that concert that I shouldn't have been at to begin with. And he's like, "Hey, I know those guys." I mean, and like at the time I was paying to get his autograph. This was years ago. I think I was like 13 maybe. And I wasn't like, I'm just like, because, growing up, I met a lot of baseball players, and I met quite a bit of wrestlers. There was a few like random shit. Like I never went to like real indie shit until like 2018, 2017. But there was like shit that was like ran like, they would have all the legends. Like I went to one thing that was like at a high school gym that had like Ted DiBiase there, like preaching Jesus. But like him, like legitimately though.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like George, not George Steele, it was some other George guy who I think was probably
George.
No, not George. This guy ain't really known, but he had like a Jesus comic.
Yeah.
Like I have his Jesus comic signed.
Nice. So you went to the Christian revival
of wrestling, pretty much.
Yeah.
I will say though, and I once again haven't seen it in years. Impressionable. Have you ever seen the Sting biography documentary DVD movie thing?
No, I have not.
It's called Steve Borden, I think, whatever his real name is. But it's about him and like his come to Jesus moment.
Oh yeah,
it's like an hour movie. You can probably like buy it at like Lifeway, whatever your local Christian store. We should be getting paid here, damn it. And then we
Yeah,
say
right?
payment, and then we're fucked. Like,
Yeah,
I said titties.
yeah, that's
Repent.
right.
I told
How
you.
often do you go to the Christian bookstores or watch Christian movies?
Uh,
You
like
still have the faith, or are you just kind of like,
no, I have faith. I do
okay,
actually. You know, I believe everyone should have their faith the way they do. I'm more spiritual. I definitely do believe. I think that's the best way I kind of put
okay,
for now. I do believe. You know, that's the thing. None of us know what's out there. I mean, if you historically look at the way Christianity's been ran, it's not very Christian-like.
no,
Not the
no,
way that's preached. And you know, I wouldn't say I'm an atheist by any means.
yeah, no,
You know, I'm not a Buddhist. I'm not. You know, I feel. Have you seen the? I know you say you're not big into TV shows, but have you seen the TV show The Good Place?
no. My wife likes that show, but
So it's so good, but there's the part where like they realize why they're in the good place, or they're like one person got it right as far as what happens after you die, and it was like all these mixes of all these religions thrown together. It's like it's probably like the truth somewhere in
yeah,
the middle. You know, I can respect you if you're crazy hellfire brimstone to an extent. Just don't, you know, I understand you personally wanting to save someone's soul. That's not your responsibility, bro.
yeah,
Like there's a way to help people out and to have people and to, don't get me wrong, be brotherly, be Christian, but don't be Joel Osteen and have $1 million church and fucking leave all the vagrants out on the side of the road. Like, don't do that.
I mentioned that because my dad, he did some Christian music, and some Christian movie guy asked to use a couple of his songs in one of his Christian movies.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's called The Sidewalk Singer. So if you ever see that by chance, or if you ever hear
Yeah, I'll
about
look
it,
it up on YouTube if you think it's on there. Like, I mean,
my dad said he watched it. It was terrible, and he's like he's like I rewrote 3 of my songs to fit their movie better, but the movie was just terrible. It's not worth it. He's like, you heard me work on those songs 10 hours a day. You already know the best part, and I was like, all right, fair enough.
Well, but
I think he has an IMDb reference.
Oh God, that's
for
cool.
it though, so that was cool.
That's one day you're gonna get your own IMDb
music sidewalk singer.
Do what?
It just says like music sidewalk singer or something like that.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's no Ivan Lovegren, that's for sure.
Oh Jesus! But no, no. I honestly, when I was younger, I went into like Christian bookstores and stuff. But it's not anything. Every now and then, you know, I'll be flipping radio and like, you know, a sermon will come on or a Christian song will come on, and I'll be like, you know what? It's been a few months. Just let it play for 5 minutes. It's not gonna kill me. I mean, I don't think it's gonna kill me, but the reason so the original
ain't been set on fire yet,
right? Yeah. Oh God, we're going to hell, Tom. Who's driving? That's the question.
If there is one, probably.
Who's driving? We're losing the Christian demographic now.
Yeah, we lost him an hour ago.
Who was that?
That was the 2 that dropped out of the 1.
We lost the Christian.
That was our Christian demographic.
I thought that was the 18 to 45 demographic.
No, we still have that one.
Oh, you still have that one.
Well, actually, I could actually look that up later.
Well, okay.
YouTube gives that to you. So.
Oh Jesus, that's just creepy. Don't
yeah.
tell me that.
Let me see. Let me go to YouTube.
Do we still have Obi-Wan? As I say, do we still have the Mrs. Jabroni?
I don't know if
that demographic.
Mike's still here. He might be listening, or he might have tuned us out. He'd be like, "I'll catch these guys later. It's almost Christmas. I got Christmas stuff to do."
Well, that's what, and then that's what I figured. When I was like, "Hey, let's do a show Thursday. We'll have fun. If no one comes on, cool. If we hang out, cool. Like."
Yeah, exactly.
But I really go into like I told you I was like I don't know, I may get this canceled. Like I wanted to talk and the EV. So like I said, Christian. I, 5, 6 years ago. It's not like forever ago, but it's not like it was like last year. But my mom was one of those. Well, why can't you just say Merry Christmas? Like we're losing our Merry Christmas.
Oh yeah.
And I was that way for not a long, but I got it.
Just so you know, we don't have enough data for them to do our demographics yet, so I don't actually know our demographics. But
We'll get there though.
My dad was very much like that as a kid, because like Merry Xmas, you remember that when it was to save space, people would say Xmas. My dad would lose his shit, and
but my mom saying, trying to be like, why be like, well, why can't people say Merry Christmas? Is saying like, why can't other people learn to speak English or speak English in America? It's very those vibes.
Yes.
Once I kind of explained to her, and once I even realized, because people I don't think realize, happy holidays. It's not taking away your Christianity. It's being inclusive of everybody else, because in general you have Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, and I think I saw somewhere, and I could be wrong, I just bullshit numbers because I'm good at it, but I saw somewhere there's like 80 holidays between like December 1st and December 31st. So I understand, the happy holidays, and if someone ever says it to me, I don't get bent out of shape. I'm like, well, thank you, happy holiday. If they say Merry Christmas, I'm more than happy to return that as well.
Yeah, but also think about this: people that get offended by happy holidays.
Yeah.
There's Christmas, and then there's New Year's. That's 2 holidays
in a week. Yeah,
in a week. You a-hole. What doesn't matter about any other religion or holiday? There is more than one holiday that you get days off for. That is a federally acknowledged holiday.
New Year's don't count because that's the drunkard's day.
Yeah.
It's not the Lord. We don't count that. We don't count New Year's. That's not a holiday. That's just for them sinners to sin.
No, we watch football on it. Come on now.
Yeah. So it is the Lord's Day after all. So it is a holiday.
Yeah, any day with football is the Lord's Day. Sorry, Wednesday.
So Wednesday's the Pluto of the day of the week.
Well, Wednesday's actually named after Odin, so Wotan. So it's his day. Thursday's Thor's day. Friday is Frida's day.
Are we talking Marvel or are we talking like actual astrology? Because like I'm out on both.
Actual. Yeah, that religion. Yeah.
Like Norse
mythology or theology, if you're still practicing Norseman. But yeah, no. Wednesdays for Wotan, Odin. Thursday's Thor. Frida's Friday. Saturday is for Jupiter.
Okay.
Saturn, or no, not Jupiter, not Zeus. Saturn. Whoever he is in Greek mythology. Sorry, I'm gonna look that up. It's bothering me.
Now that you're googling, I'm like, yeah, I'm out on that one. But so once you tell me that one, Tom, let me flip the script because I got a question for you then.
Yes.
So I'm curious, are you practicing Christian, or are you on the kind of religion thing? I feel like we're probably same vibes to an extent.
Yeah, super heavily religious family. And then I realized that we're probably all just going to die and disappear, and that's a bummer.
We're basically on one hurling rock.
Yeah, insignificant.
With no honestly true explanation how we got like the way how even just being here is ultimately like not possible, but we're here.
Yeah. No, I love Jesus. I think he's cool. I try not to put down other religions. Yeah. I'm just not a practicing Christian in ways that I don't go to church or anything like that. I have no problem with Christianity. The good parts of it, where it's like loving and helping your neighbor and caring about each other. Cause like my family's church, did a lot of great things for my dad and my mom, so, I don't really mind it. I just kind of feel like life is pain and suffering. And whatever God made us just wants us to suffer for their amusement. So suffer well, and that's it.
And shut up and do as you're told, and you'll be
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Just suffer well for your God, and you might be rewarded. So,
but you'll be rewarded with nothing. But you will be rewarded.
yeah. So no, it's just and it's just hard. It's tough. You fall out of religion, then you kind of feel guilty at times.
Yep.
Like you go back to church and you're like, I just feel bad because I'm like, I feel ashamed a
But
little
then when
bit.
you go back to church, you almost feel pressure. Like I had not been to church for quite a few years, and I had a partner who that was, through once again family stuff. That's kind of how they did the thing. So I started kind of going to church. I went to a few and just to check different ones out because and I was just like, church is a building.
Yeah,
This is church.
sure.
Like
That's what my dad would always tell us
it was
and
going
preach.
to like what you were talking about with Shay the other night, or Che, I'm not sure how to say it.
Shay, yeah,
What you were talking about, how if if you can laugh or have a good time, it doesn't matter, yeah, if people watch it and they enjoy it, that's great. But it's ultimately, there is a little bit of, I wouldn't say like selfishness, but just doing it to kind of help your therapy.
yeah. This is entirely selfish on my part. Because like I said, I want to get to know my friends better, and this helps me. This helps me fight my depression. But then there's also the non-selfish side of like sharing my friends with other people, but also it's me sharing my friends. So
So it's
everything
almost like
about this is
mine.
selfish. Yes, but it's not in a bad way. Speaking of selfish, the only time anyone ever calls you is when they want something.
Apparently, yeah. I mean, probably the
If
person.
someone reaches out to you by text or emails you or anything, they want something, and it doesn't have to be like sinister or anything,
Yeah,
but just remember that whenever someone calls you, they want something. It's
not, I
not
mean,
just
to
to
be
talk to
honest,
you.
yeah, I'm like, not me, not I. But no, I sometimes I do reach out, just in general, just because I do. I mean, this whole pandemic has changed everybody, like
Yeah,
whether we realize it or not. I think if anyone didn't realize what PTSD was before, or didn't understand it, I mean, I feel at some point once we start, looking at psychology, looking at things, 10, 20, there will be a lot of PTSD cases just from living through this time
yes, and that's not to take away or try to
from military or anything. Yeah,
the
no,
military
100%. That
people or
was
anything like that, because yeah, that is. But there are varying forms and varying degrees of
PTSD
PTSD,
is something
and we're
that
not trying
it's trauma.
to.
It's a
Yeah,
trauma
it's this
response.
is going to be traumatic. Well, I had a coworker who she refused to get vaccinated. She's Hispanic, so kind of,
I can understand.
and then she got it, and it kicked her butt, and now she has anxiety, and now she's freaking out,
Oh
and
shit.
she has like no idea what to do. And I'm just like, girl, you need to do what you need to do to feel safe
Yep.
and know that this is natural. You're going to feel this, but after a few months of you not dying, you're going to get better. You're going to realize like this is a serious thing. This has changed me and who I am, because she's getting like vaccinated today.
Okay.
She was like, she was
Yeah.
sick last week, cleared up.
Which
She's
even
getting the
then,
shot
at
as
this
soon
point,
as.
she has the natural immunity. So I would even wait a little if I. But I understand her.
No, she, like I
Just
said, this was life altering.
like this was her
So
come to Jesus.
yeah, she came to Jesus, and and she realized, she's like, I'm gonna talk to my kids and strongly encourage them to get vaxxed because they weren't vaxxed. So
Well, I'll be honest. I hate because I feel like
well, her kids are like 20,
Gotcha.
so
No, I'm
they're
not.
not like 5 year
Yeah.
olds.
Well, no, I wasn't even talking about her. I was just
Okay,
kind of throwing in my 2 cents because I'm a selfish asshole.
that's
Uh,
right.
I was gonna say, not like I hate. I mean, I'm not sure your status, nor do I care. I hate, the fact that something. And don't get me wrong, I realize it's not simple because it is political. I understand where both sides have ground to gain. Once again, I feel like we are in a not hypothetical, but not a physical. We are in a mental no man's land. Everybody that's just here right now, that's existing in this, is in a mental kind of a lot of stuff going on. I'll be on it because it's one of those like, should you say if you are vaccinated or if you aren't? Because either way, if you're like, I'm vaccinated, people will be like, oh well, stay away from me because I'm not and I don't want, or you'll push it on me. Or if you aren't vaccinated, people are like, oh my god, like, oh, you're the one causing us to stay out longer. And so it's very, or stay in longer. So it's very like, which way do I say? So, hypothetically, if I wasn't vaccinated, there's reasons, I can understand why people wouldn't be. It's new technology. I mean, it's new. I'll be honest, I've been around, not a whole lot of time, but around long enough to know how much bureaucratic red tape is around our system. And the fact something like that got pushed out in a year, that's not how red tape works. And then hypothetically, if I were vaccinated, I have anxiety. The idea of just leaving and knowing I could get sick at a moment's notice versus, that may kill me in 10 years, but at least I don't have to freak out every time I open the door.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where I am on it. I see both stances.
I do too. I am fully vaxxed. I just got my booster on Saturday, and it made me sick really bad Monday, Tuesday. This is how I feel about it. My wife is very concerned about it. I basically got the vax for her and, my mom and her parents.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me that much. It bothers me a little that it's kind of like as forced as it is, because I believe people should be able to choose for themselves. And I know with vaccinations, that's a very difficult and touchy subject, but I did not want to get the booster really, but I did get it, like I said, for them. But if this is something that I'm going to have to get a booster for every 6 months or every year, I'm just not going to do it because it's like the flu shot.
It's basically going to become like the flu. I agree.
And the flu shot, the worst flu. Both times I got the flu vax shot, I got the flu worse than I ever had it in my life.
You were sicker off the shot than you were.
No, it just didn't help with. I caught a strain that they had not predicted, or
and it
whatever,
kind of in there, and so it like just kind of
it just didn't work. They missed the strain that I got, So it's like, well, screw this. I'm never getting a flu shot again, and I've been pretty fine in my 43 years. I get the flu like every 3 or 4 years.
Well, it's funny because
why risk it?
Saying they're like, "Where'd the flu go last year?" And it's like, well, people were actually washing their hands and not like being within personal bubbles for the first time in 80 years. So, I mean, not to say people don't wash their hands, but I feel like as an adult, that's not something we go out of our way to be like, let me make sure my hands are clean every 10 seconds.
Well, someone that was a produce manager and worked in grocery for a while, I wasn't a food prep person, but still, you had to wash your hands all the time. So
well,
I just naturally came. Yeah.
But
still
even
naturally
at that point,
come to me. So
you wash your hands all day long. When you get home, you're like, they're clean. They can last 3 hours.
No, I'm always like, as soon as I got home, wash my hands again, and then wash my hands every time I go to the bathroom or touch something gross. But I can't have sticky hands or dirty hands. It drives me nuts. It's just like want to scratch.
So what you're telling me is if we ever wanted to torture Tom, we have him eat chicken wings and then just sit there for 20 minutes afterwards and not allowed to go wash his hands.
I use a fork.
What type of animal are you?
I use a fork and the drumettes. I go down like one chunk, and then I'll bring it up and I'll like bite the the end.
You don't do the whole bone, the whole.
No, because I don't want the on my finger.
You don't want the whole.
That doesn't bother me, like getting it all over my face. I really just don't want it on my hands. So yeah, I use the fork and I'll rip it apart, and then I'll do it when I can have like semi-clean fingers,
It's
and then
funny,
napkins
so,
right there. But
I used to give people shit for liking boneless wings because all they are is like a glorified chicken nugget.
That's actually what I had tonight because it's like buy one get one free at
Buffalo Wild Wings on the Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Yeah, I was like, well, I'll just get the chicken nuggets with the sauce, and I realized that their chicken nuggets with the sauce are way hotter than their bone-in wings. So if you like mango habanero or like hot,
Get it on the chicken nuggets.
don't get it on the chicken nugget
Don't.
because it's way hotter. So
But
like
I
if
thought you said
that's
you like hot. Yes, chicken nuggets.
well, I'm just saying like if that's your normal flavor and that's your peak, go down a notch when you get them chicken nuggets.
Yeah,
Because
you got.
like I said though, it's really just I just wanted cheese curds. And I didn't care what kind of chicken I got with it. I'm not supposed to eat chicken. I think I'm allergic to it anyways, but like once a month I'll have
Like
a
actual
chicken.
allergic to chicken? Okay. I've
Yeah,
never.
my dog is allergic to chicken,
Huh.
so
I knew a guy, and this is no shit. I know this sounds so random, and it's legit. Like everyone, someone is allergic to something. Like there's nothing that is not. There's not a single thing that a human is not allergic to. That's just how we are designed.
yep.
But by our great designer to watch us have our pitiful pain or whatever.
Yes, to suffer for them.
Yeah, yes, our suffering. but I knew a guy. He was allergic to tomatoes.
Yeah.
It was the damnedest thing. I'd never heard of it.
I'm allergic to, I think, chicken, for sure apples, and probably weed,
There's someone allergic to apples.
Yeah, apples is a very common, it actually is like the most common fruit allergy.
Really?
It's just for most people, it's not severe.
It's just kind of like
It's
stomach
not
ache or
very few. It's like your throat seizes up
yeah.
or anything. Yeah, where you need like the EpiPen. Yeah, it's just the shits.
Well, that doesn't sound fun.
You get diarrhea or you puke, and that's what it does for me. I just tell people it could give me flu-like symptoms.
COVID-like symptoms.
Yeah, now
You're
I
on
guess.
COVID, sir.
Well, I'm not coughing, but
I mean,
still pooping blood.
So actually,
I guess.
it's fucked up. I have a throat thing, and I don't know what it is. I choked on a piece of meat one time, and I. And not the way.
I wasn't even thinking that.
I left you the fruit.
You were
I'm not letting you grab them. I picked them right up there and ran.
Yeah. Gerald's like, I'm not letting you grab that fruit. I'm going to grab that fruit and that meat myself.
Right? No, that's the beef, not the fruit. But no, I had like a meatloaf, and I just choked on it.
Oof.
Like just a small piece, and I made a big ordeal out of it. I thought I was a fucking diva, and I was scared, and I kept like trying to like shove my fingers on my throat, get it out, even after as it was just there, and I'm pretty sure I scarred up like my esophagus, and so every now and then, if I'm eating something like just the smallest grain of rice can feel like it's stuck, even though it may be gone. And so my body actually tells me when I'm done eating, it sucks because I'll be out at like a restaurant, like I'll go into a hacking fit, just trying to like keep myself, and I'll kind of like rub the throat and try it. And people just look at me like, "Don't worry, I don't got COVID. I just like ate some I ate meatloaf like 2 years ago and fucked the throat up. Like, don't worry about me. You're good."
Oh man, yeah.
Because I know if I heard someone hacking, I would be like, "Do they have COVID?" Because that's the way the paranoia and the anxiety works.
Yeah, I have sinus issues that like my throat. It's like a very tight, shallow, like
sinus is fucking
stuff. You just get in there, like even like gunk, and it's just like, yeah. I feel you there, man. It sucks. I had tubes put in my ears when I was little because I had chronic ear infections. So.
Okay.
And I have I went to the doctor like 10 years ago, and she checked on me, and she's like, "You just basically have a year-round sinus infection. There's nothing we can do. Just rinse." And so it was just like great. My mom's the same way. I got it from her. So
have your tubes ever fallen out?
I'm pretty sure they have. Yeah, because people will look at my ear and be like, "Oh, you're one of those that had tubes in your ears," and I'm like, "Okay." I feel like there's just holes in my ears. I don't know. Maybe
no, because like same thing with me. Tubes, all the ear infections, always.
Yeah.
But they really only because growing up I was around cigarette smoke, so that's really when they and then away from it and then back to it. That seems if I'm ever around, like if I'm out at a bar and hang out with people out on the patio or something, they 2 days later I can guarantee all this is not feeling how it should.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was curious if they had fallen out, or just that's weird that they said kind of your own sinus infection going on. Because I actually went to an ears, nose, throat doctor, and they're like, "Nothing's wrong with you. You're good." And I'm like, "Then why the fuck do I get an ear infection every like month?"
Yeah.
Like, well, and I know when I got one, like I got one right now, but I just haven't felt like trying to afford to go to the doctor.
Yeah,
Or
no kidding.
try to get the amoxicillin. Like, it'd probably be cheaper just to drive to Mexico and buy some amoxicillin.
It's not.
Oh,
But doctors don't like to give it now. They're just like, use a nasal rinse. Get your
yeah,
Medi
and that's
bottle.
what. Yeah, that's what I do every
And
now
it's
and then.
gross, but it's
Yeah.
doesn't help some, but it's not like what you need.
It's not killing the infection.
Yeah, it just helps.
But I will tell you what has helped me. If you ever, I don't know, I'm sure you've already done this.
Cocaine?
That
That does help. Just clears everything right
What
out.
is it?
Cocaine.
We don't do drugs. We went over this.
Well, you're too young to do drugs. I'm at the right age to do drugs.
Yeah,
When you're old and an adult,
you're at the
life
right
sucks.
age. If you do the drugs, your heart's gonna stop. So
Exactly.
So we're not suffering anymore. You're a sick bastard. I like you.
Yeah, that's right. No, you can't kill yourself because then that's giving up. You're not suffering well.
No,
So
yeah, it's true.
you just got to keep suffering forever until they kill you off.
But
time.
So the drugs are the loophole, though, right?
No,
No,
because you're not suffering doing drugs. You're trying to mask the suffering.
Well, fuck.
Yeah, you can't do drugs. You just got to live in pain. But seriously, people, don't do drugs.
Yeah, don't do
Well,
drugs.
actually, if you are a responsible adult, do drugs. Just be responsible with it. If you can't handle your high, don't do drugs. If you can handle your high, do drugs. Just don't be an asshole in public doing drugs.
That's same with alcohol. Just don't do
much.
alcohol if you can't.
Alcohol is a drug. That's yeah. Nicotine's a drug. Whatever.
Caffeine's a drug.
Caffeine is a drug.
Drugs tonight. I mean,
yeah, I can handle my caffeine, so I'm doing it.
I can. So you want to know how bad my caffeine tolerance is?
Go ahead.
I can literally drink like everything, all the things. Like I could drink like 10 Mountain Dews and fall asleep.
Yeah, me too.
But for whatever fucking reason, I only save them for a special occasion. For whatever reason, Monster energy drinks, them bitches will keep me up for 8 hours. I got one. That's the one thing that'll work on me.
I love the Monster, the white can, the Ultra Zero.
Yeah.
It's the best one. But yeah, I could drink a Monster and go to bed.
The Monster, you know, I'm like, if I gotta be awake, like one night, man, I was watching a 24-hour wrestling feed and a baseball card auction. Drinking Monster 3 in the morning, like, this is normal. This is okay. Or something. Like, $10 to the Jeter, please. Oh shit, low blow.
So you're gonna send me that link to that wrestler you like, right?
Yeah,
I'll
pull it up right now. I mean, what are you thinking? I mean, we've been going at this.
Oh, I'm not trying to wrap it up. I'm just trying to do like a quick recap of the show.
I was just verifying. I mean, if you want to throw a recap that basically I talk a lot of nonsense, that's cool.
I'm not throwing up a recap. I'm just trying to think of action points so far that we've come up with.
Well, I was gonna say I mean my glasses are dry, so like I'll go take a quick break. You handle the show for a second.
I can do that. I'll probably take a drink because I just drank all mine. You're gonna send me that guy's link so I can follow him because you said he's worth a follow.
Right.
You're gonna start your own Life with Gerald YouTube show and before the next time we hang out again. So probably
see you when the pandemic's over.
So in January, by the end of January, you should have at least one or two shows on your YouTube channel? One is super easy. 2 I feel is fair because that's to do one show every 2 weeks.
Like I said, I'll see you. Don't you know we'll hang out on COVID servers? The new. I'll get with you when we have time.
Yes, I know you're blowing me off. I believe in you, and you're my buddy, and I'm just trying to help motivate you in a good way. I'm not trying to be a jerk or nothing.
No,
If
I
it's
know
too
you're not.
jerky, then of course you don't need to do it. But that's just what I would like to see from you is to,
No, I actually genuinely appreciate it, Tom. Like, I
yeah.
love what you're doing. I enjoy, like, I think, and that's like, I felt bad because the first time I came on, I was like, I'm going to take his show. Like, if I, not like take it, but like, I'm like, and then like, everyone was like, that guy was so funny. I'm like, well, you're funny too. Like, I feel like we vibe off each other
Oh, we
very
do, of
well.
course. And that's what my buddy Che, we used to have the Tom Che show. We talk about the cards and the hobby and stuff. And it's on his YouTube channel, Ian
All right.
Sports Cards. We did that for a while. We had a good fundraiser, and then we got burnt out because the fundraiser took a lot out of us.
Oh, I'm sure.
And then when we did he came on the Tom show. He messaged me, and he's like, I really want to do our show again, but I just want it to be like the Tom show, but I don't want to step on the Tom show, And I was like, you won't. Like, let's just do that because just talking with your buddies is more fun.
Okay, so shooting the shit is a lost art, and somewhere in between political correctness, appropriateness, and it was like internet, cell phones, not even political correct, fucking texting, and somewhere in between all of the way the world is going, the art of shooting the shit got lost.
Yeah.
And that is one thing I'm very good at. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have plenty of channel ideas. Hell, I'm basically a carny. I grew up a carny. Like, basically, I used to...
You look like one. 100%.
Let me just grab my hatchet and then we'll let they go in my... Oh, wait. We said
no,
carny.
I know you do. You have these ideas, but just start small. Just starting is the biggest thing. You could do whatever you want after, because then you're going to have the confidence and you'll be like, I can do this.
Well, that was like my fear with trying to do a show, because it's like, well, yes, I know there are people. Ultimately, so I know I am my own brand. I just don't know what to do with it. Like, literally how you're like, yeah, I've given people $1 million ideas and they've just never ran with them. Well, fuck, that's their fault. Like you gave it to them. Like, you can't take the horse to water and make it drink. Like, it's at the water. Once you leave, if it fucking falls over because it's fucking thirsty, that's not your fault.
No.
And that's, kind of me. Like, I need, and so I do appreciate you trying to push me, and I will work on trying to do a show. I will get something kind of meandered, figured out. I just, that's kind of where, like, I've been wanting to do some podcasts with someone for a while, because I just think me as a solo person, anyone as a solo thing's boring unless you've got a specific thing, but then you're not solo because you got a thing.
Yeah.
But, like, if you're unboxing toys, you're not solo because the toy is that is the thing. Like, that you
but
are.
See, you have a thing. You have the life of Gerald. Sorry, my hand's off screen. I'll just use it in front of my face. You have the life of Gerald. Tell one story in 15 minutes.
The life of Gerald's pretty damn boring, man. I ain't a nobody shit. I'm just out
he
here.
Dumped a girl because she didn't like Derek Jeter. That's a story right there, man.
I'm just out here getting free fazoli's. I mean,
play it. I mean, you have stories. You talk about your concerts. You talk about your Colorado Rockies shirt. You can talk about not doing drugs.
I hate your pigeon.
All kinds of stuff. So that's all you need to do. You'd be like, okay, I'm just going to tell a story. I'm going to tell how I met Insane Clown Posse and didn't do drugs with them.
I didn't meet ICP. They probably could persuade me to do drugs. It's the IC fucking P's in the house. Boom shakalaka, right?
Maybe they'll help you figure out magnets. I don't know, man. Like,
so real talk. So actually, real talk, because I know we're clowning on the clown. How do you feel about ICP and Joe? I gotta ask, what's the Tom perspective of the family?
I don't care about them.
Have you ever? Was that something you ever listened to?
No. No. I remember watching them when they were wrestlers and just
Yeah,
thinking like, oh my God, seriously, these
like
guys.
these clowns.
Yeah, basically. And then like I had nieces and nephews that were into ICP, and it was just like, really, guys? But it's really is like it's not for me. It's for the juggalos. I'm not a juggalo, so it's like not that I don't hate them. I just don't think about them that much. It's
It's
just
one of
not my
those,
deal.
and that to kind of go off that, that's one thing like I kind of love about life. There is so many. Everything in the world is not meant for you. What's
Exactly.
meant for you is what you're into or what you find. That's like movies weren't meant for me for that 10 years of my life.
And stop
And then,
trying to make it for you when it's not for
and
you.
I saw 58 movies from May of 2020 until January, or from May of 19 until like December of 2019. So in 6 months, I saw 58 movies. So
Yeah.
now movies are made for me,
Yeah.
whether I want them or not. But no, I was just curious because honestly, juggalos get a bad rap.
I hear they're fantastic people,
They
actually,
are,
like really
but I mean,
nice and
like
helpful and caring.
anything,
And
like any subset. I mean, it's like the fucking hobby. How many ass clowns can we name in a minute? At least five. It's like anything that that's a thing. One bad apple spoils the bunch.
yeah, yeah. Which is not true at all. Because if you work in produce, you know that one bad apple just gets
You
tossed,
just
and the
throw it away.
rest
Yeah.
the rest go on sale. Or they just
So
go
what
out
you
on the
mean?
thing.
So we found cancel culture. So what you're telling me is the person who invented cancel culture was a produce manager.
Probably.
The person who invented accountability culture was a produce manager.
Yeah, because the grocery stores. This is
Oh, I know.
yeah,
I work.
yeah, you did. You told me last time, but it's all about money. They don't care. I mean, you don't want to violate food safety laws, but
No.
one bad apple will not spoil a bunch because you just take that rotten, like completely rotten apple, you toss it, and then you put the rest out. Everything you buy has touched mold in some way.
I've worked the cheese wall. I know.
Yeah. So it's like, you think everything is pristine and perfect, and it's not.
That's life. It's not. It's messy.
You get 5 of those small personal watermelons, and one melted and had the most disgusting smell you've ever smelled in your life. And the produce manager.
Let's be honest. Produce has terrible fucking smells, and I don't know why. Like when it's like
because it's
I
rotten
know why.
food.
I get it. It comes from the ground. It's food.
Rotten watermelon is the worst. But actually, the smell I hate the most, besides weed and patchouli and coffee, sun-dried tomatoes. I used to work at Vitamin Cottage. We'd get a little box of sun-dried tomatoes in bags, and I could smell that palate. Like I could be like, this is the one with sun-dried tomatoes, and I talked to my buddy Jesse, who worked with me. I'd be like, Jesse, man, you got to work this palette. I'm going to take the next one because this one has the sun-dried. He's like, I don't know why you can't stand it. I was like, I just can't stand it.
There's something, that you help your fellow man. If the man don't want to fucking touch the sun-dried tomatoes, you don't fucking, because I guarantee down the road you're not gonna want to touch the fucking liquid cat food.
Yeah.
No, look.
And that's the thing, though. See, like I'm a super smeller. I could smell.
Oh shit! You can probably smell me right now.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's
been a few days.
Worse. But yeah, and that also, super smellers tend to like blender foods. And my wife says I'm a picky eater, but it's like I can actually taste it. You can't because you can't smell that well. But no, seriously, we'll be like driving down the street and I'll be like, they're smoking weed at that house. And she'd be like, what are you talking about? And I would just pull closer and she's like, oh.
I do smell skunk.
Yeah. So it's just like one of those things. I was working at this building in a medical oxygen supply store and I was like, I smell something's rotten in here. Oh, and we pulled up the whole store, couldn't find anything. And then I'd sniff the wall and I was like, it's right here. Something is the wall. It's died. And we called the building manager and he couldn't smell anything. I was like, it smells like gas. And he's like, oh my God, let me tear up the wall. And he went
Mouse.
outside under the wall panel. Yeah, there's a dead mouse right there. And no one else could smell it, but I could smell it from
So
like
what you're
20 feet away
saying
from the
is,
wall.
if you do
And
drugs,
my,
don't
my
be
desk
around
is right
Tom.
next to it. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
I'm like, you
you're
ever see that Family Guy where
Brian.
Brian is the cop?
Yeah,
It's like,
you're
oh,
the
you had
official
Chinese
drug
food 2
Tom.
days ago. Yeah, that's me.
Like, I know what you've been doing, son.
Oh, so you want to take a quick break, get your drink refilled? We'll come back for
Yeah.
maybe another half hour or so.
I mean, I'm actually good to rock till whenever, to be honest. Like,
I'm probably gonna go. Let's say another half hour. My wife probably wants. I need to check in with her, and my dog needs to probably go out. And then, so let's go another 30 minutes or so.
Is that gonna? Does that mean we're gonna beat the record though for longest Tom show? Where were we at on that one? I know it was 2 hours and something.
I could take a look. We'll beat it.
I mean, I'm down to be. I mean, I figured I was going to at least close to midnight. Honestly, it's kind of what I was wake up.
Oh, midnight your time. I was like, that's 3 more hours, bro.
This ain't Breakfast 45. We're not doing a 24-hour stream. I told
not until you have at least 30 videos on your channel.
Do what? Oh,
you got to have at least 30 videos on your channel before we do a 24-hour show. Let me see. It was the Midwest Box Break show. Was my longest one.
I feel
2 hours and 25 minutes.
Okay,
so yeah, we do 30 minutes. We're gonna have that beat.
We're gonna beat it by like 4 minutes.
All right. So I'm gonna go first. You're gonna carry the show.
What? What the hell? Well, I'm bad. I still don't know if anyone's watching, but I'll be honest. I am thoroughly enjoying talking with Tom. It's good times just hanging out and seeing what's going on. Looks like I got a message about being able to see comments. Apparently people are watching. Damn. So yeah, if you guys can see this, I'm checking the hobby chat right now for my group of people. Shout out there to Adrian. Appreciate you, brother. Don't know when you clicked it on. Chet, love you, man. Can't tell you that name yet, but I feel like all y'all already know it. I said it rhymes with Schmiedenist. But then again, using my old fancy words that not everyone knows, so that works for me. Preston definitely hit you up with the name and rebrand. See everyone else. Jason that asked if we're able to see comments. I gotta ask Tom because I'm not seeing any. I'll have him check them. I don't know if anyone's seeing this right now, but if you are watching and can see it, shoot me a comment in the chat. It's 11:14 Eastern Standard Time. But no, enjoying talking with Tom, shooting the shit. Man, I love this hobby. I've done a lot of things. We joke over here, Life of Gerald. I have been a juggler. I've done a lot of things and been, met a lot of groups of people, been involved with all sorts of things, do board games. I mean, life is what you make it. That's exploring. That's literally, we're on this hurling ball, surrounded by creativity. And I think the endless suffering and all of that stifles the creativity. And, but Tom may be onto something. Must suffer for the long-term end goal of forever happiness or whatever it will be.
That's right. Suffer for your God.
I'm not suffering for my God. I'll turn Cradle of Filth on and see how he likes it.
All right. Thanks for holding down the show, Gerald. Feel free.
Are you able to see comments? Because I don't know if people are commenting. Like Mike's the last one I saw like an hour and a half ago. Like
that was the last one, so you can see everything I can see.
Okay,
so.
That's what I thought. I don't know if we have people just afraid, or because my chat had a few chat comments going on. People apparently like the idea of me branding myself. So I was gonna say real quick.
So we have one live viewer on Twitch. Okay. So that's where we got the.
Is there Twitch comments going on? I mean, I can't see that shit.
No, it'll tell you on the right hand. See,
okay.
Obi-Wan Jabronis, the little red YouTube icon. Yep.
See, I forgot you're running on Twitch now, which that like when I saw that, I was like, I don't know if I want to be on another platform. I'm scared. I'm
Don't
scared.
be scared. I'm on Twitter too. We're live on Twitter. People
Oh
can just
God, I'm scared, Daddy.
they can't comment if they're on Twitter, but no one's watching on Twitter because we don't have the
I
Twitch.
tried to go live on Twitter once to like open a box of cards I bought off a guy. Nothing crazy like Topps Gallery or some shit. And fucking, I'm sitting here like, or Donner's 2015, and I'm like, why can't I comment? And I'm just opening them, and I was like 3 minutes in or 4 minutes in, and like I had 0 viewers. I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm just opening these cards. I turned on Twitter. I didn't pull anything great, but what do you expect?
Well, go get yourself a refill. I'll take over. Got some stuff I want to say without you listening, so you have to go back and watch the show again.
Oh God, don't make me go watch the show again. That's torture. That's suffering. I don't want to watch this shit.
I don't. I never watch them.
Right? Don't make me suffer for my God. Can I just play Cradle of Filth?
So yeah, go get your drink. I'm gonna take you off right now. And then we'll come back. We'll hang out. We'll beat the record. So Gerald, love that guy. Just trying to help motivate him because he clearly has stuff he wants to talk about. He clearly has an idea of what he wants to do. He's a caring person, but he, like a lot of us, suffers from the anxiety and the perception he has of himself that's not true. I see a lovable guy that's smart and articulate and has great ideas. And I would appreciate it if you're listening to this, go give him a follow, Life of Gerald. You can find him, from my Twitter. I link him in all my shows. So just follow him, support him, give him a shout out, let him know like, hey man, I think you're cool. I think you're interesting. I want to see and hear what you have to say. Because that's all we're doing here. We all have our friends, and we all I just want to know them better. And, everyone's welcome on the Tom Show. And he wanted to come back, and I wanted him back. He had those connectivity issues, which really didn't bring the show down, but it was kind of a bummer because it did kind of kill whatever momentum, word of the day from Ivan, momentum we had going on in our conversation, and that we have that momentum today, and it's been so great, and I love it. So he's getting a drink right now. The show's not over. We're going to go back. We need like another half hour or so. We're going to kill the record for the longest Tom show, which is great. I think I'm going to transition to the holiday talk. We're going to end with the good vibes, maybe not so good vibes, depends on how he feels about holidays. I'm trying to get my Snoopy ears to go. So stick around. We got a lot to talk about still, and I'm going to yawn real quick. Sorry about that. But yeah, just to do if you want to be on the Tom Show, just let me know, man. At Tom P. Willis on Twitter. I've got, I think, half of January filled up. Some of my favorite people. Everyone that's on the show is a favorite person. But more of the people that I've interacted with a lot more. I think Eric Hecker. That's going to be a fun show. That's going to be our first triple show. Che is going to help co-host that with me because he loves Eric so much and he wants to get involved and talk to Eric and bounce ideas off because Eric's helped us out and done so much for us. So looking forward to that. I'll have next week I'll have Bella. Why can't I think? Shark Boys. You know who she is. Then my buddy Brian, not Nolan Ryan, he's going to be on Thursday. So Bella's Tuesday, Brian's Thursday. And then after the new year, next week I'll figure that out, who's going to be on when, and have a January schedule set. Looking forward to that. And I'm going to keep Gerald to this. He can't come back on the show unless he's got 2 videos, 2 Life of Gerald episodes or something, vlogs, podcasts, something, because he needs to put himself out there. And not just for the many ladies that are knocking down his door. I mean, we know he's a lady killer, but he needs to be a views killer too. And I'll tell him that when he gets back. Got some Christmas lights behind me. The door's open because it's just so hot. My wife, she's not feeling well, so she's been a little cold, so the heat's up a little. But she's in the bedroom now. Door's closed. She's babysitting Olive because Olive's been a little rowdy the last few episodes. So I have my sliding door open, can hear the outside a bit, and just try to cool it down. It gets hot in this Snoopy hat. Snoopy hat's not an easy thing to wear, so. And I've noticed that since I've shaved my head, being bald, sweat a lot more, man. It's you don't have that hair just absorb it a little bit as it starts to go out the sweat. No, man, it just it's everywhere. So yeah, it's been a great night. What do I got? Let me see here. Sorry. Trying to think. What am I thinking? I can't think. Drawing a blank. I'm just gonna freeze. I need Gerald to carry me, and he's gone. Oh no! But I do appreciate everyone being here. It is the holidays. I know people are going to catch us mostly on the replay, probably after the holidays. You shouldn't be listening to the Tom Show. You should be spending time with your family or your loved ones, or watching Christmas holiday movies that make you feel good, or listening to the music that makes you feel good. Hey, if the Tom Show makes you feel good, then please, by all means. But Tom Show's always there when you need it. And we need you. I'm just saying, but we don't need your attention all the time. We are a patient show. We will wait for you to come to us. So I think Jerry's blasting Duke. Still waiting for him to pop back up. But yeah. So, I'm going to ask him about his holiday stuff. And I don't want to give mine away yet, but I'll talk about mine too with him. But it's just been great. Just talk about the Tom Show. Like, it's been so nice being able to talk to my friends, and it's been helping me out. Not being as depressed, still depressed. There's depression still there, but not as bad because I have something to look forward to. I have something to keep me busy. I'm not ignoring my depression. I'm just doing things to not let it overwhelm me. I acknowledge that it's there and I'm dealing with it in a healthy way, but I'm also keeping busy so I don't obsess over, the things in my life that are upsetting me, or why am I depressed when I shouldn't be, and that's a hard thing. So, if you're feeling down on the holidays, please send me a message at Tom P. Willis on Twitter. Because I don't want you to be alone. No one needs to be alone for the holidays. No one needs to be alone ever. You're not alone ever. People say you die alone, and you're in someone's heart. You're in someone's head. So no, you don't die alone. You're never forgotten. When you go, you're not forgotten. You'll be forgotten eventually. We all will be. But not when you go, because it's going to hurt a lot of people. You're going to leave voids. And like I said, you're always in someone's thoughts, and you're always in someone's heart. You may not know it. And that's what kind of sucks. Some people are afraid to tell others that they love them. And that's why I always say I love you to people. Love you, brother. Love you, man. Love you, gal. Love you, sis. Love you. Just love you. Just to remind them, like someone cares about you. And if you need help, just reach out. You don't have to reach out to me. I know I'm a stranger. I'm a weirdo with a Snoopy hat. There's probably better people in your life to reach out to, but maybe they're too close, and maybe you don't want that, So sometimes an internet stranger is the best person to vent to. That kind of happens a lot. That is something about the internet that I've noticed. People will share with strangers just because there's no worry of real life ramifications for talking about depression. So if you're struggling, please reach out. Having a hard time, just reach out. If you're feeling a little blue, just reach out, to your Twitter family, to your real family, to whoever's around. Someone cares about you. I care about you. So, like I said, he's gonna have to tell him to pinch it off, man. This is a big time. I have him carry the show for 3 minutes. He freaks out, and it's been dang near 10 minutes, and I'm still going. But it's my show. I am the host. So with the most. Um, so yes. I'm gonna have to check. I got a bunch of Twitter messages I need to get back to. Um, some about email packages and stuff. So I'm gonna have to get back to him. Um, yeah. Sorry. Um, yeah, people send me racks. I don't like it. I have issues. I don't feel like I'm worthy of people's thoughts and time, but clearly I am because they think about me and they care about me. So it feels kind of crappy to not accept it or not be thankful. And I'm very thankful. People want to send me stuff. You can, you don't have to, but very appreciative. And I've got a huge stack of mail. Maybe this weekend I'll do a little solo Tom show since I booked up my what was going to be my solo show because I was going to visit my family, but not to be able to make it this week. We're going to go later in January. My wife has a sprained ankle that's really, really affecting her ability to walk, and she's in a lot of pain. So we're going to hold off on our trip next week, let her heal up. Also, it's supposed to snow like crazy amounts, I guess, down there in Gunnison. Only a couple inches up here, but we've had a bad luck with snow and going home, which is Gunnison, Colorado, coldest spot in the nation. Routinely the coldest spot in the nation. So, not looking forward to snow. So we're going to avoid snow travel, and it's kind of a bummer for my family. But maybe my wife will do a New Year's show with me, but she probably won't. She indulges me on this, which I appreciate. So thankful for her for that. And she wants to do her own stuff. So here he is. He's back.
I'm back, Tom. Sorry that took so long. I did not get lost in the Starbucks.
No. We just knew you had to poop really, really bad. So
food, man. I had to get the pizza for the sponsors.
Yeah.
So let's talk about pizza, actually.
Okay. We'll talk about pizza. Then we're going to go into holiday stuff since this is the Festivus show, the Christmas Eve, which I thought I was clever at 6 years old when I came up with that. But go ahead, talk about pizza.
No, before I do that choky thing I was talking about. It's bad, man. I have to have almost a sip with every single thing. Like every bite, it sucks.
I bet. I couldn't imagine that.
It fucking sucks. But no. First off, do you like pizza? Are you pro pizza? And, okay. What about pineapple on pizza? Oh shit, we're about to get canceled.
No, I used to love pineapple on pizza. My wife gets pineapple on pizza just about every time she orders it. So I'm kind of over it in a way. So usually we get like a half pineapple, half like jalapeno or bacon for my half. So I love pineapple on pizza. I just we had it so much, I'm just kind of burnt out, but I don't mind it. People can put whatever they want on pizza. It's their pizza. Feel free to do whatever. I mean, people put anchovy on it. So what's pineapple?
No, I'm good on anchovy. That does not sound good. But no, so I was asking about pizza because I actually, it's hard to find a good pizza place.
Yeah.
It really is. There was time I'm one of those people because how I grew up, the carny flea market background, I like the value for my buck. Anyone can go get a one topping large at, whatever place for $10. And if it's an actual pizza place, not a chain, $15. But I
Yeah.
would rather spend 20, $22 and literally get the entire kitchen sink on my pizza. And I have trouble finding places to do that. And there was one place I really loved where I was living in the Indy area, and the fucking pandemic killed it.
Oh
And
man,
so
that is bummer.
where I am right now, I just can't. And so every now and then, like I'll go to Domino's and get me like Philly steak, mushrooms, peppers, and onions. And it's like $11 because they got their 3 topping for 8, and then the extra topping. Or like
Domino's cheesesteak pizza's like the bomb.
yeah.
It's really good. Like you might
Well,
not like Domino's that much, but their cheesesteak with their white sauce or
oh yeah.
whatever, it's
Well, we
good.
got
I love it.
Alfredo, meatball, mushroom, and bacon from Pizza Hut tonight.
Right on. There's 2 really good pizza places by where I am.
Okay.
Cosmos Pizza. It's kind of a New York, like the huge slices, the thin, really good stuff. They have a spicy ranch that you dip it in, which is what really sells it for a lot of people.
So basically, like oh yeah. And speaking of,
And then we have another one real quick. It's called iPie or Infinitus Pie. They kind of do like personal size pizzas, and
okay,
they do all kinds of crazy stuff. The one my wife likes, it's like a barbecue sauce and has pineapple and
chicken.
um, I don't think it's chicken, but it has it's called the Tamika. And I get the Walt, which is like pepperoni meatball and sausage, or just kind of like a meat pizza.
Okay.
But those are my 2, and they were like super close, So those are the way. This is what I do. I'm a fat guy and I like to eat. So sometimes when I'm bored or just like bored of the local normal food we get, I'll go on Google Maps and I'll search something and I'll find a new place. And if it has like over 4.3 reviews score on Google, I kind of go like, I think I might want to try that. And that doesn't mean that, a good place doesn't have bad scores or it has to be a 4.3.
Yeah,
But that's usually where I start. If they have like 100 reviews and they're like a 4.3 or higher,
it's
to me,
pretty
that's
damn
like,
good. Yeah,
yeah, I'm like, you know what? That's something I might put on my radar.
it's
So,
funny. So actually, going to the reviews, that's kind of how I actually was thinking about trying to like launch Life of Gerald, was actually leave reviews at places, like kind of the Yelping. But whenever I think of like Yelping, I honestly think of the South Park episode. It is so terrible. I do not want the special sauce. Like,
no, no, I'm a Google guide, and I think they just hand that out to everyone, but it makes you feel special.
yeah,
And I've made it my point to really only try to leave positive reviews. I don't want to be the guy that just has one bad experience and goes and rants and gives a
yeah.
1-star review on Google. I'm not about that, but I will change my review if I gave someplace 5 stars and the quality
You've been a
sucks.
few times, and it's went.
Yeah, I'll drop it down to like a 3.
Yeah,
But
you never judge something once, because anything can happen, especially in food wise. But like a lot of like, and this going back to earlier with consumers, like people just don't realize like we are just consumers. That is what we're here to do, is to consume. And a lot of the practices and things that people think that are there to protect them, at the end of the day, no one gives a shit about like whatever. I mean, that's like there's a few, not like restaurants, but just random shit like dealerships and different places I've been where I'm just like, I really want to just leave bad reviews because this place is like terrible.
yep.
But I mean, of course, good reviews too. I mean, that's the thing. I never want to be the one that just complains to complain, because I've worked retail, I've worked all that.
Yep.
That's like, it was funny because I was thinking earlier, so I wasn't actually joking about free Fazoli's. So I actually tonight, because like growing up, I always try to find a bargain. I use coupons when I go to fast food places. I got life hacks. I had someone on Twitter reach out to me once because they were writing a paper for school about like food like waste. And so I gave them some different perspectives. And they're like, I mean, you definitely, from the produce side of things, you probably can attest to how much it's not necessarily bad, but just it gets discarded because, profits over people.
Yeah.
Like,
Stuff gets discarded. Well, you're not supposed to discard it. You're supposed to mark it down and mark down bags. because it's misshapen or
Well, like
oversized or
yeah,
undersized or has blemishes. But then nobody will buy those still because they want their markdown stuff to be perfect.
yeah.
And it's like, no, why it's not marked down because it's great. It's marked down because it's imperfect. So then that doesn't sell. So then you end up tossing it.
And it comes shrink and
So there's so much food waste because people don't want to eat what's in season. They want to eat what they want to eat whenever they want to eat it, you know? So that's
you
why
know,
we have to get apples from New Zealand and Argentina. That's why we have to get uh
bananas from wherever.
yeah, we
Banana.
have to get all these things, you know, people want clementines year round. It's like you don't get clementines year round. You know, you get other
You don't get
citruses.
Michigan cherries year round.
Yeah. So that's just kind of the deal. You know,
Well,
people want
from
what they
my side
want
of
and that
things, I was from
screws it up.
the hot food side of things, and it sucks the amount of food at like a retail store. I mean, obviously every chain's different, every place is different, but that we threw away. I mean, I would make, I would throw away 20, 30 pounds of food a day for no
Oh,
reason.
easy. Yeah.
It would be like chicken tenders and mac and cheese, and like the employees weren't allowed to eat it because that's theft.
Yep.
And
Yeah. You would like make your rotisserie chickens, you'd put them out. If they were getting close to the time, you know, the 4 hours, whatever, then you would
pull them and
shred
chew
them
them. Yep.
uh, or slice them up or cut them up and chill them. And then 2 days later, you got to toss it if people aren't buying it. I
There's
mean,
no
you're
one
marking it
there.
down,
Yep.
but yeah. But let's switch it up. Let's go to, I mean, it is the holiday time. Let's talk about the holidays. So let's
Well,
talk about, you're a big Christmas person?
uh, yes and no. I mean,
No?
the December thing, the seasonal depression, all that, it kind of
Yeah.
throws in. But I do like it. I try to view Christmas lights every year on Christmas Eve. That is one
That
thing
sounds
that
fun. Yeah.
we've always done. I don't know if the last couple of years I've done. I know 2019 I did. Actually, gonna get to spend Christmas with my mom, so that'll be nice because I honestly haven't seen her at Christmas in a few years.
Oh, good.
Just with stuff. So it'll be good. I'm really excited actually. I hate to say it, the older you get, you become jaded. Almost every day, it's another day.
Yep.
I mean, Christmas is nice. The holiday, but the winter. I don't want to fucking leave my house when it's 20 degrees. Like,
I
no.
do. I love it when it's cold. I just don't like the snow.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. I don't care much for the holidays because I worked retail so much
Yep.
that people are just awful around the holidays and they get stressed out and they yell at you and talk about how you ruined their life because you're out of asparagus.
Because you didn't have a turkey.
Uh, and it's like, Becky, dude, we had turkeys last week. Why weren't you here last week?
Right.
Well, I wanted a fresh one. Well,
It was
they
fresh.
don't.
Do you
Yeah,
know?
now they're frozen. So that kind of thing where the people are screaming at you over Brussels sprouts, you know, and asparagus, and you're just like, get out of here, lady. You had your chance, you didn't take it, and it's not on us, you
Not my
know.
fault you didn't buy the Hatchimal in September.
Yeah, it's
Like, that's one thing. So, I know last time I touched on flippers a bit. That's one thing that I was a little disappointed on. One year I was quitting my job around December or whatever, and I had saw Hatchimals in September. I had no clue. Like, bro, I passed on. So, and don't get me wrong, like if I were in that situation and I was buying, hot toys to flip. I mean, I've said this in my group chats before. Is I had someone talking about buying Barbie dolls at Target to flip, and it was like double, triple. Me, I would never necessarily want comps or something like that because if I'm already doubling my money, there's no need. Like if I'm paying $40 for something, everyone else is paying $100 to buy them on the secondary market, and I could sell them for $80 all day long. Like that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do, and I'm not necessarily an asshole. Because
Yeah.
I'm still an asshole because
Yeah.
I flipped it, but I mean I haven't done that honestly ever with popular toys, but it's definitely one because I don't know what would be popular because toys aren't like what they used to make them like.
There's some show on Netflix that has toys out, and that's the big thing. It had some like castle or house or thing. Some of my buddies were talking about trying to find it, and other people were going to Walmart's looking for them, and no one could find them. So I don't know. Parents know what it is. I'm not a parent, so I don't know. But you
Same.
mentioned Christmas Eve going to see Christmas lights. Do you
Yeah.
have any other family traditions for the
You know,
holidays?
usually with the Christmas lights, usually eating some snacks. So we're gonna have some cheese ball and some salami and some good stuff. Um, Not really. I mean, honestly, I mean, we used to go to a friend's house for Christmas and Thanksgiving. They moved. I mean, I feel like that's kind of thing about tradition. That there's a song I like. It's a country song, and I think it's like, when was the last time you did something for the first time? And it's just an interesting song because we do all have traditions, but of course they change and kind of move and stuff. But no, one thing I am doing this year, bought myself cards. I'm never really big on the presents just because the older you get, like I don't remember if I've honestly got my mom a present the last few years. I probably haven't because I'm an asshole. But like this year though, I'm excited for. It's funny. So when I was a kid, I mean, I told you about the Pokemon cards. Told you about buying buying all the hobby boxes. But when but so my mom used to kind of like cards. Mom used to be into wrestling, and then just over the years, she's just kind of got out of all of it, as we all kind of do, in and out of
Yeah.
things. And it's funny, so I never really know what to get her because she's low key kind of a hoarder, but like not just like I don't want to get her anything practical because I know it really won't get used, or she's got one, or it'll go to waste. And so, like for her birthday, I want to get her something. So I got her an autographed NASCAR card of her favorite NASCAR driver. And when she was like, "Oh yeah, that's great," and like I thought she liked it, but so then this time around for Christmas, I'm getting her an autographed celebrity chef card.
Okay.
And so I told her, and I was like, "You like cards, right?" She's like, "Not really." I'm just like, "Well, never mind. I'll go sell your present." She's like, "No, I'll take it." Like, but I think once she sees it, she's gonna be pumped.
Well, that's good.
And
Any like movies or anything? What's like your favorite Christmas movie or movies you like to watch around this time of year?
uh, I don't really know. I mean, I don't really watch. I mean, Elf was, or not Elf, but the Grinch, the original Grinch. I remember. I think that's when I saw it in theaters as a kid. A lot of the weird movies around this time of year. There was a movie. I think it was called 13 Days. It was about John F. Kennedy in Cuba, but it came out on like Christmas Day or whatever. And my dad had took me to see that movie. So
Okay.
there's a lot more like we actually are going to go see a movie. I think my mom. I am looking forward to the movies coming out. I want to see Licorice Pizza. That looks really good.
Yeah.
And my mom was talking about wanting to see the new Kurt Warner movie.
Oh
And
yeah, yeah.
so
The
I think we're
underdog
going to
story.
go out on Saturday and see that on Christmas. Go to the theater. Those
That'll be
poor
fun.
souls that are open on Christmas.
AMC will be open on Christmas.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, those poor souls. I mean, I don't say that with jest, but like even like the grocery store I worked at, the only time of year it closed was Christmas Day.
Yep.
So it is kind of crazy that there are, but I mean, I understand, but it's not like theaters ever close. I feel like you should have at least one day off a year. Like hell, make like January like 19th your random, like this is our day off because we need a day off a year as a worker.
Yep. That'd be like just a. That's
So,
what Kroger almost, well, King Super's City Market, the division that I worked for
yeah.
Kroger, they almost wanted to be open on Christmas.
Oh,
They were
wow.
like, we lost money, so we might be open on Christmas. And I was just like, I'm top 5% in produce departments in all of Kroger. Like, I'm taking the day off. I don't care. I made money. I'm a very profitable department. We are one of the very most more profitable stores. Screw you. I'm not going to work Christmas.
Tom, I think me and you need to own a grocery store. I'm just saying. Well, we would have that.
No one would shop there because I'd kick them all out for complaining about not having cherries in January,
So we would be the Dick's last resort of grocery stores. I'm okay with this.
So, but for me, like, I love Christmas.
Okay.
Not that much. as I used to like a kid. I
Yeah.
hate holidays because the retail stuff wears me out. My wife loves it, but there's Christmas movies that I love to watch, like Christmas Vacation. I love Christmas Vacation. I love White Christmas. I love that movie so much. My mom used to make us watch the old movies on like Turner Classic,
Okay.
and my sister and I fell in love with that. There's nothing like TBS or TNT or whatever one does the Christmas Story 24-hour
24 hour.
marathon.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I would love coming home.
Chili.
I love coming home because one of my family and my wife's family, it's Christmas Eve alternating. But I like going home, and whenever like I turn that movie on, A Christmas Story, I like watching it from right wherever it is there to like it starts there in the
There
next
again
cycle,
for the second.
So like I don't have to watch the whole movie in order. I just want to watch the whole movie,
The whole
at
movie
some point.
at some point.
So that's kind of like a fun tradition for me. And Scrooged, I love that movie, Bill Murray. I like to watch that every few years. There's like a few of those like every few year movies like Elf. Things
It's
like
a great
that.
movie, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the
I like have a cycle like Christmas Vacation, White Christmas, and A Christmas Story are the three I want to watch like every year.
So where are we at
Everyone
the
else is.
cycle this year, Tom?
What do you mean?
What have you watched yet? What are you planning to watch? Are you gonna watch something on Christmas Eve? Or
Watched Christmas Vacation already a few weeks ago. It was on before or after AEW, I
Okay.
think. And so I was just like, all right. And watched most of it. Didn't watch it all, but caught most of it, which was enough, My wife and I watched Elf the other day. She threw it on, and it's good times. So I think that might be 2 in a row for Elf.
Okay.
We used to watch Love Actually every year, so we kind of fell out of that. So that was another one she liked to watch every year, and I don't mind it. It's got boobs in it, so hey, why not? But yeah, the only thing I have to watch is that Christmas Story tomorrow night. So that's going to be fun.
It'll start tomorrow, and it plays all the way through Christmas, right?
Yeah. So we'll do that, and because I'll have, I think 3:00 my time, we go over to her parents' house to do her family's Christmas, which will be fun, and then Christmas Day, just ourselves at home, which is kind of nice.
Nah, that's nice in of itself. It's the older you get, like family and sitting. The big shindigs are nice, but just the low key kind of small dinner. Like I have a group of friends that go to a Chinese buffet every year.
That sounds fun.
Which I've not went with them yet, but we've talked about. But I think that's awesome. That's what they do, and instead of them having to cook or worry about hosting, anyone who doesn't really have somewhere to go has a place to go at that point.
Yeah, maybe you should go next year. If you're not doing something with your family, or it's too far to go, or
Yeah.
Because I would do that.
Yeah. But no, I think that's awesome. You guys are going to get to spend some time together, and low key is always nice. Like I said, that's what I'm excited for this year. Kind of last year was weird, and the year before it was nice. It was low key, but it was just kind of holiday.
What was your favorite Christmas present or your favorite Christmas year? Do you have one of those off the top of your head?
I know. I think probably my favorite present. I feel like I said this before. I think Warzone. I think I actually got on Christmas.
That's awesome.
So, there was one year I actually got a Lee Greenwood CD, and it was wrapped in a teddy bear. I really like that.
I met Lee Greenwood.
You what?
I met him.
Nice. How was he?
He's super nice.
Well, I'm sure.
We got his, like I said, the country music thing for Crest Debut.
Yeah.
He was there for that, and we met him and geeked out. And he's like, "You want to go outside and take a picture?" And we're like, "Can we?" We're in full work uniform. We didn't care. And then he's like, "You guys want my autograph? I got autographed pictures." And we're like, "Yes." And I don't know where mine is. I misplaced it somewhere. But it's such a nice guy. My favorite Christmas was 1988.
Okay.
My dad got and Santa got me a Jose Canseco 86 Donruss rated rookie card, which was like the height of the
Yeah,
crazy
that
season.
was the height. Yeah, that was the.
And I
Not me.
also got The Legend of Zelda for the Nintendo Entertainment System. And my dad and I played that together and beat it together.
That's
So that's like my favorite memory. Oh, Gareth Miller is saying Gerald's a Rockies fan.
no
No, he's into gang
Yankees.
warfare, and it stands for Crips Rule.
Now
So don't
I
throw the
wore this for
blood
Tom
signs.
since he's the Rockies fan, and I'm always thinking of ransom. But no, I kind of mentioned we touched on it, but didn't go in the story. Long story short, man, I went to Colorado, went to a game, and their pigeons shit on me before I was buying my tickets. Like
He was
4
wearing a
hours
Yankees
before.
jersey. Our pigeons are trained. They know that they're not going
Fuck
to put
your
up with that
pigeons, man.
bullshit.
And that's the only Yankees jersey I have. That's the only actually Yankees thing I have because I don't have any. I mean, obviously I have lots of Yankees things, but the only apparel
Yeah,
because I don't have. I used to have Columbus Clippers hats when they were the Yankees affiliate,
yeah,
and by got rid of all those years ago. And I mean, I'm wearing one now, but this is new, like Cleveland Indians, well, Guardians now
yeah.
affiliate. But that's another.
Yeah, we'll tell that another. We're just going over some holidays, but so yeah, 1988. That's my favorite Christmas because I got like my two favorite presents in like the
Nice.
same
All
year.
together. That's
So
awesome.
yeah, it
The
was just
Nintendo.
crazy. So I was 10.
Okay.
Yeah, 10. Peaked at 10, and now I'm 43.
It,
So
it's all downhill from 10, right?
yeah, yeah. Does your Yankee jersey still have the pigeon shit on it?
No, I kind of thought about keeping that. I had to wash it the way I kind of thought about keeping on just so I could, show, like tweet at the Rockies and be like, "Can y'all buy me a new jersey?" But I did. I settled for a free parking pass and 10% off this shirt. So
So I mean, hey, that's
it's
the
still
deal.
a win. Hey, I'm cute and adorable. I mean, like I said,
That's right,
free
you are.
breadsticks tonight. So how
Maybe
that
so.
have? So once again, I'm kind of cheap, frugal. I'm frugal. I'll spend money when I need to, but yeah, I don't like paying for extras with, and so like I wasn't sure. I knew like the two breadsticks didn't come with like sauce at Fazoli's. Like I knew that. So like I called just like, hey, what number of breadsticks come with sauce? And as I'm calling, like I pulled up and the drive-through for a second, guys like, and I say, hey, how are you? Because that's one thing like I always try to be super nice to retail workers, like
Yeah,
whether
for
face
sure.
to face, drive-through. Because honestly, asking someone how their day is can make a world of difference, and people
Yeah.
don't even realize if it's sincere. If you're just like being a robot and it's like pleasantries, like it's still nice. It's better than the other 8 people who yelled at you. But
Yeah.
you like that way, so I enjoy asking people how they are. And the guy's like, 1 second, please. So I'm fine. I'm sitting there. I'm probably sitting there like a minute. And like a girl comes on. She's like, you can order now. I'm like, oh, well, I was waiting on him to tell me, which amount of breadsticks that comes with the sauce. And he's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, no, that's fine. He's like, just the 12 piece. I'm like, oh, the 6 doesn't? He's like, no. I was like, well, I thought all of it, because the guy before is like, all of them come with sauce. I was like, well, I thought the 6 day. I was like, well, can I get a free sauce because I'm cute and adorable? He was like, get you one for 99 cents. I'm like, but what about like I'm cute and adorable? I waited for a second, like sure, they should like, and he's like, well, hell, I might as well just give you the breadsticks for free. I'm like, no, I'll pay for the breadsticks. Like, he's like, no, free breadsticks, pull around. So I don't know if he was like trying to humble me or like he liked the cut of my jib, but I got free breadsticks.
He just wanted you to go away.
No, it wasn't like no, because I'm like I'm paying for the had he been
No, shut up. Just I don't want you in my life anymore. Here, take your breadsticks, stick them up
but
your
I'm
butt.
not terrible. Like I don't let so perfect example, and this is where I know I've grown as a person. So like 4 or 5 years ago, like the McDonald's would have a sign up. They'll be like, if we don't suggest chicken nuggets, you get free chicken nuggets. And like
You're
I'm
one
just
of those
like,
people.
do I?
So you're one of those people.
Hey, I'm
Can
gonna
we
say
offer
this.
you your receipt if you say if we did it, your next meal is free?
I'm gonna say this right now, and this is what I hate about the pressure put on workers, the pressure put on them. it's stupid. Like, if the company's offering something, they shouldn't be pissed that, every now and then something slips through the cracks. Like,
Yeah.
I did the whole rotisserie thing, and we were stupid enough as a company to offer a free rotisserie between 4 p.m. and 7 p.m. if there was not any out for sale.
Yeah.
And do you know how many free rotisseries I gave away?
How many?
A fuck ton.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
not a lot. But I mean, but I got yelled at so damn much. I mean, I made 100 damn chickens a day, and some
Yeah.
days, and so after the first time around, I left that company. I'm like, whatever. Didn't think much of the chickens. Second time around, after I left, every time I'm in that fucking store, I don't care where it is, what state, I check for chickens. If they're out, I go. I am getting my vengeance. Like, that is the one small thing I can do against that shitty ass company, is get my free rotisserie for all the suffering of me making rotisseries.
You want to name that company? Who'd you work for?
Not right now, but I probably will.
Well, I still depend on them to eat, so no.
Right. Maybe I'll try to go back as a manager one day, take it down from the inside.
That doesn't work. They're worse to their
That's
managers
worse.
than they are to their employees,
I know.
like the regular employees. So,
Mhm.
my buddy Brant, he's a deli manager for a grocery store, and he was an assistant, and then he went back to go be the head, manager. And I told him, man, I was like, it's totally different once you're the manager.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. And
No.
he's like, I'm working 60 hours a week and all this, and I'm like, yeah, buddy, it's gonna be that way. Boston market, huh?
Does Boston Market give away free chickens? Because
Probably not.
But this is so, actually, since he's judging me like, yeah, you're one of those people, you both sit there. So, like I said, I've grown as a person. Do you know how I know I've grown as a person?
You don't do that at other places.
No. I mean, mostly. I mean, like I said, no, I just do it there for the free chicken every now and then. But no, like, I was at Applebee's the other night, and I'm like, got my water, ordered what I knew I wanted. I went in for like after 9 o'clock, which Applebee's kind of sucks, to be honest. Like, but I found like I can get chicken wings for like $5, and they're not terrible, and it's open at like 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Unlike everything else, it's not now. So I'm like sitting down, and I look, and I see something like, if we don't offer you a perfect margarita, your next appetizer is on us for free on next visit.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm just like, I kind of want to ask. She totally forgot. Like, but I'm like, you know what? It's late. She probably. I'm like, it ain't worth a free appetizer, because they're probably gonna get.
They score you or they dock you, like,
So it
not
ain't
pay
worth
or
it to
anything,
do.
but
I'll tell you, I get more being friendly and smiley than I do complaining.
oh, absolutely.
100%. And that's like last time I was like, I'm cute and adorable, like Baja Blast. Like, I will tell you now, twice, not Taco Bell, but twice since our last time meeting, Tom, I've gotten free sodas at a national fast food chain.
Well, that's because they cost nothing.
Yeah, right? But I guarantee if everyone started asking for free sodas.
Yeah, that's right. We are a minute away from midnight, so I think we're pretty close to wrapping it up, because it's going to be Christmas Eve. We've broken our record by 22 minutes. Congratulations,
not
Gerald.
Technically by 22 minutes, because I was gone for like 10 minutes. So like,
oh, it's fine. It's the time that's run. And
so
happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Happy holidays. Gerald, anything you want to talk about real quick? Because like I said, I got to take my dog out now.
Yeah,
so.
No worries, man. No, just thanks for having me on. And
absolutely, man. Anytime, Well, I'm going to hold you to the 1 or 2 YouTube videos before you can come back on as a solo guest. Maybe you could come on if you just do one YouTube video as like a part of a three-way or something.
I was gonna say, when are we gonna do our first three-way? Like, I thought about maybe trying to shoot that MV guy a message to get something going, or if
My
that.
first three-way is already set.
Oh shit! Who?
My
Tell us.
buddy Che,
Okay.
that I used to do the Tom Che show with,
Yeah.
and Eric Hecker, he's the Rack of the
Okay.
Day guy.
Yeah.
Eric is one of my good buddies. We talk on the phone, lots of DMs, and Che does the same. And Che really likes Eric and wants to get involved and do more with him. So, yeah, I know Gerald's a lady killer.
Fuck a three-way. I like a five-way. That's how you know you've lived. And am I talking about spaghetti? The world may never know. Cincinnati, little skyline.
Little skyline. Oh, I don't think I could do that. Actually, I just don't like beans. But my dad used to take the beans out and put like macaroni.
Well, you can get a
noodles
four-way
in it.
without the beans. The beans are added. It's just
I don't know
chili
anything
sauce,
about that.
The beans, the onions, the cheese.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with the Cincinnati stuff, even though I used to work for Kroger. Kroger's from the city.
100%.
So yeah, but I've never been there, so not sure how that works. But I love you, buddy. I am teasing you a little bit about the YouTube videos, but I'm also trying to motivate you in a brotherly way.
Oh yeah, no, I appreciate it. No.
Please don't take offense at me being like, make videos, but you should make videos because you have a lot to say and you're hilarious, and people want to see and listen to you. And just follow my buddy. Give him your Twitter handle. I know it's Life of Gerald, but what is your actual Twitter handle?
That's it, Life of Gerald. Yeah,
that's it. Perfect.
Life of Gerald. That's kind of what like I said, it was its own brand itself, but definitely looking at rebranding. But I do think I'm gonna pick up the stones and do something. I'm what kind of I had a sensei once who basically you're supposed to do. It's funny, come on your show. The first time I told everyone in the group, I'm like, I'm a little nervous because my sensei was like, don't go, because at one point I did actually do a casting video for a reality show once. I did not get approved. I did not get picked. I didn't even make it to the next round. But
so that was the connection to Bang Bus, right?
Got me. You got me. Shit, you got me.
But no, see, because you told me you were like a little anxious, a little nervous, and I'm just, after chatting with you last time, and especially tonight, I'm like, there's no way. Look at this, dude. You're not nervous. You're not anxious. You're just cracking them out and rolling, man. So feel good about yourself.
But no, honestly, I appreciate being on the show. But like I said, so my sensei before was like, don't do anything until like you're ready. So I do have plans. I'm working stuff in the background. But we're gonna do it 2022. That's the thing. High tide rises all ships. If I ever make it, those around me make it. Like,
yeah,
that's something someone can hold me to. Like, because one day we'll get there. Like my profile says, that 1 in a million. World just don't know it yet.
Yeah, well, I do. That's why I'm trying to push it. I want you to make it so I can do, cocaine with you, share hookers, and I have the best time.
I think your wife would not appreciate the hooker share.
I'm sure she'll leave me before any of that happens anyway. So
I'll be dead before I'm famous. Ain't that how all great artists are?
That's what I was telling my buddy Moose. I was like, I got like 10 years maybe. So it's like, you got to make it before then, buddy, so I can reap the benefits. So anyways, Gerald, thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you, Tom. It's love, brother. Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thank you for having me.
Same to you. I hope you have a good time with your mom, and I hope you guys see some fantastic Christmas lights, because my wife and I, we used to go, before she got her injuries, we would go walking in Boulder and see all the Christmas lights, and that's a great memory. And now we do a little bit of like driving around and looking.
I was gonna say, make sure to do it tomorrow. Pick yourself up some club crackers and some salami, and
Well, we got our family's Christmas, so we'll see how
Oh,
we.
that'd be the whole. I was gonna say, well, afterwards or on Christmas night, drive
Yeah,
down a little.
yeah, we'll think
It's
of
pretty.
something.
It's not. I mean, it's one of those activities. It's free. It does make memories, and it's just it's enjoyable.
Yep. And yeah, I think we're going to do that. So, anyways, we'll have you back. January might be full.
Okay.
So, get your videos 2022. You said get your videos in, get them made. Make sure you tag me so I can see them.
Okay. I was like, I gotta know I need that crack of Gerald. I need that laugh of Gerald.
Yeah, I need more Gerald in my life. Make sure you tweet me more and DM me more and let me know how you're doing. Okay?
I'm gonna text you. We're gonna talk.
That's fine. Good. I mean,
like I said, man, honestly, just it's been rough. I mean, you know it. We all. It's just some of those times the phone. It's in our hand all day, but sometimes we don't have the energy to people. It's just the scrolling's nice, but
yeah, I get it. It's hard to put yourself out there. It's hard to put your emotions into other people.
Like
if
you
they're
said,
not going to
we message
reciprocate
people when we want something.
Yeah. And that something usually is for me to feel like a better person, like I feel like a bad friend. So I'm going to reach out to someone and, tell them that I love them. And that is to just, make me feel better.
Right. That's your selfishness.
Yeah. It's all selfishness and Franks and beans. Yes. Gareth, thank you so much. I love it when Gerald's people come in and
he ain't my people. I don't know that dude.
Yeah. You know you though.
He left me. He blocked me. But no, it was out of love. Yeah, I can be a lot of them shirtless selfies, man. I gotta work out with the. I was gonna say, how many viewers we actually still have?
Two.
So Gareth and someone. Gareth, if you are here, put a 1 in the chat, and I will I'll make our first 3-way, Tom. I was gonna say, I'll bring Jim on.
Yeah, we still have the one Twitch viewer. It's probably actually just me. It looks like someone else. You blocked the Gerald. We just had another person pop in, so you showing your sex doll that got another view.
my sex doll brings all the perverts to the yard.
That's right. More plushies, more dolls. Probably some kids saw some cute animal, and now it's like going to be scarred for life when they catch the replay.
Let's wait until the very end. This is you got NSFW shows when I'm on here, Tom. 18. I'm NSFL.
All right, Gerald.
Have a good
catch
night.
You later.
Yep.
You're going to send me the link to the wrestler.
Already did.
You're going to send. You're going to make videos. And we're going to have the best Christmas we've had in years. So
we're going to rip a few boxes of cards. I bought a couple boxes for myself cheap.
Awesome, man. I hope you get some good stuff.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Have a good one. It's just
don't mention.
No, I don't get it. I don't even, babe. I can't read what to say.
He said you're impressed that you stopped having sex with your jacket sleeves for 2 hours. Man, we're almost at 3 hours, so it's pretty good. Garrett, right. Thank you so much, buddy. Thank you, everyone else. Mike, Obi-Wan, Jabroni. We love you all. Have a Merry Christmas. Gotta end it off with the theme show.
Hell yeah.
Song. Love you all. Here we go. Tom Show.